One TLSG here, back again with another daily Marvel Snap live stream. So today we're running a little bit of a collector bounce style deck. Now I think that this one is poised to get even better once Kitty Pryde is released back into the game, and once we have Hitmonkey released early next, actually in about less than a week. I think this is poised to do even better in the very near future. And so we're going to be running it today. I think it's already in a really good spot. It gives you a little bit, a few other flexible tools compared to what is in the normal bounce deck. And so I've had pretty good success with it. I'm excited to try it out a little bit further and just see how everything goes. Christy Gamala, Dante, Lobotomized, Kino, welcome in, you guys. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. And then Arnhem, welcome in. What's with Jonathan? Jonathan? Who's Jonathan? And then Cruel Master, welcome in. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. We're starting late because I'm going to be traveling over the weekend, and so I prepped all of the videos that are going to release. It's not April 1st, Christy, but tomorrow will be. I'm going to be out of town. And so I prepped, between last night and this morning, I prepped videos for the entire weekend. So today's, tomorrow's, and then Sundays, I have uploaded ready to go live. And so that's why we're starting a little bit late today compared to normal. So we get the collector, which is huge for enabling a potential power source. And then Dan, how's it going? Hopefully you're having a great day so far. And then Brown, welcome in. I'm glad you're able to jump in and join us. And then Primo, is that Mjolnir? Is what Mjolnir? No, we're not running a Thor deck. We're running a Beast Bounce deck. And so we do get the Bast. We have our Bishop, we have Bast. They are running a Thanos list, so I don't know. I think they probably have something that trumps us over here in the right lane. But I don't know. I think we're going to play Bishop over into the right. Next turn, maybe we do Bast and Beast. We'll see. And then General, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. So we could do Angela, but I think we're just going to do this instead. All I see is TLSG's true form. The true form arriving, I guess, coming out. TLSG is worthy. I'm glad you guys are able to jump in and join us. Astrid, welcome in. I think we're going to go ahead and Beast Bounce this turn. It's not fantastic, but I think it's better than taking a dud for a turn. And we will be able to throw Korg back down, add a little bit more disruption to their hand. And then Teo, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. Careful, Cap. Cap might pick you up soon. I mean, maybe he does. And it's the VTuber arc, which is it's been a wild ride, an absolute wild journey. So let's do. I don't know if this is great, but we want to do Bast before we do Hood. If that's what we're going to play. And maybe we wait. Maybe we just do it. No, I think I'd rather have the extra card played. We can do Bast and then Hood and mid. What is this cursed streamer? Rin, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. And Herman Bloom, you don't look too well. Yeah, I stayed up a little bit extra late last night to prep for. I'm going to be traveling over the weekend, so I stayed up a little bit longer. I stayed up till like 2 a.m. And then I had to go into office this morning. And so it was. I am a little bit more tired than normal. Confirmed with the doc, I have a protruding disc at the bottom of my spine. Oof, General. Longish recovery process. Hopefully it goes well though, General. I'm glad that they at least know like kind of what it is. And then Marvel, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. Yeah, your recent upload, it was dark. Yeah. So the next 3, I'm going to be in the same shirt. I'm going to be in the same shirt for the next 3 videos because I was prepping them ahead of time. And so I have them all edited, uploaded. The descriptions are all written. They're just scheduled to go live over the next 3 days since I'm traveling back home. Or I guess to where I grew up, not home. My hammer's out. We're not playing Thor though. Ooh, so they do run Devil Dino, which is good. They run Devil Dino. I think we just Shang-Chi. We could go with the Hawk. That's going to be pretty large, but I think I'd rather do something like this maybe. It's 2 a.m. here, but I guess I can watch for a bit since it's the weekend. Rin, thank you for staying up with us. The Ice Age Sloth eyes is what is what done it for me. Wait, which one? Wait, what eyes? Oh, these are just my normal eyes. I was also up late, thunderstorms all night. And my dogs get a lot of anxiety during that. Yeah, so I have to sleep downstairs on the couch whenever it storms because we have one dog that just gets a massive amount of anxiety. I think we're going to do the Shang-Chi and then we'll hope for the best. So she'll, if nobody is down here with her, she just barks all night. What are the dog names? So we have Edith. Edith, she's the one that gets anxiety. We have Clarice, and then we have Juliet. And so I have 3 Great Pyrenees. 3 Great Pyrenees. And so we start off with a win. That's never a bad thing. Never a bad thing to start off with a win, you guys. We'll take it. We'll absolutely take it. We'll absolutely take it. They got greedy with that dino. They did. Playing it out early. Curving it out early rather than holding it. It would have made their play line on the last turn a little bit clunky, but I think... So what I've been finding is that most people aren't anticipating the Shang-Chi because the most popularized bounce deck doesn't run Shang-Chi. It runs the Chavez as the last turn, like consistency driver. And so by switching that out for the Shang-Chi, I found that we're able to do a little bit more kind of surprise last turn plays. TLSG, have you been drinking? No, I look hammered. I like that one, Boosty. Also, hi, welcome in, and then Ook, welcome in as well. When will they free Kitty? I don't know. Hopefully soon. Once she works correctly with Collector and Beast, she's gonna be amazing in this list. And then General, you said your skin looks amazing, super smooth. I've been, it's the lack of sleep. I think it's been, changing my skin. It's a different routine for sure. There are bounce decks that Bishop is the highest cost. Yep, there are some like that as well. And I feel like you have to at least have a couple of like burst plays so that you can try to get to the end game. So in this one, that's the Hawk or the Shang-Chi. I have ran several where like there's where the highest cost card is the Bishop. And those are like a lot of turnover. You play those cards really quickly. You're just leaning all in on that bounce. But ooh, their Sunspot got destroyed in the left lane. Primo. And then Le Blanc, Le Diable Blanc. Welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. Do you think Collector gets more value than Mysterio? So, I don't know. Once Hitmonkey is released, it's going to be a toss-up. I don't know where that's going to fall. Because once Hitmonkey is here, we're going to want to have Mysterio for the easy 1-2 combo to get just a 6-power Hitmonkey. But I also think if you're running Kitty Pryde, Collector makes a lot of sense. And so I'm thinking maybe even taking out Hood for Kitty Pryde gives you a little bit more like flexibility in boosting up your Bishop, Collector, and Angela throughout the game. But I don't know. I haven't tested that particular one. And so I don't know. I think it's going to take a bigger sample size once we have some of these other bounce kind of core cards to figure out what the best way to utilize them will be. I do wish we had a Bishop or a Collector out on the board because we're going to be able to have a lot of cards going down. And then Jashido, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day. Did TLSG go to the restroom? I don't know. I'm right here. I'm here. As a junk deck lover, when Kitty comes back, you guys give her a try in there. She's great with Titania, and putting Angela in there helps with the power. I hadn't thought about adding Angela in. I did try her with Titania, and I love that interaction. Being able to have another way to send Titania over and not necessarily block yourself from recalling it back was amazing. It felt really, really solid. Any tips for new bounce deck players? So leaning into your disruption. So it may not seem like Korg does a lot. It may not seem like Iceman does a lot. But a lot of times I prioritize dropping those on turn 1, turn 2 over something like Hood. Sometimes even over Bass, depending on what I have in my hand. Because the more junk that they have, the less chance they have to draw into their good resources. And then it's really just filling out what the opponent is running and where their play line might be. Yeah, I think Korg is really, like, especially if you drop him 2-3 times, he can get really really crazy really quickly. So I think we're gonna go ahead and drop Bast again. Oh, order for Bast before Hood. Oh, Cruel Master, you're right. We're gonna set our demon. That's the part I have the hardest time with, is just ordering it correctly. What's your own reveal? What's your own reveal ability? Plus 100 viewers to come in and see the Mjolnir. So they had Sunspot, Lizard, Wave. It could be an Electro ramp. Could be a Galactus. I don't know. I don't see them playing Galactus in the left lane if they were spreading their power out. They tried 2 times to get something in Danger Room. What is going on with the hammer's face? Do you think it's Sandman? I think it's Sandman as well. And then Krasnik, you said hi everyone after much blood, sweat, and struggle. Ooh, you hit Infinite, huge. You used the discard Modok and Silver Surfer. That's amazing. It's people often kind of forget how big of an accomplishment Infinite can be, especially depending on what your MMR is. It's no small feat. Yeah, I think Dr. Doom Odin is likely. Okay, so the arrow's not what we wanted to see there, but maybe we can still find a way. I mean, if they do Dr. Doom, that puts more here, and so we really just need to, I don't know. I really wish I hadn't messed up the Demon Order. We were going to play for the right lane and just hope that they had Dr. Doom and they weren't going to be able to find a way to go across the border, go bigger than what we had in the right lane. We'll take another one. We'll take another win where we can. And then Rai, you said this is wonderfully cursed. Every once in a while we get hit with a curse. Who is this hammer and where's TLSG? Nick Toontron, what are you talking about? Arrow meant they had nothing better. Oh, that's true. Because they dropped it when they could have dropped anything. So you're that type of shark. Yeah, I guess we're a hammerhead. A hammerhead makes sense. And then Brown, thank you so much for the Prime resub for the 2nd month. Glad to have you back. Thank you for being here. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day so far. And then Newfie, you said I was stuck at 98 for 2 days. So I broke down, bought Shuri, and dropped to 92. So Shuri's very, very strong. My issue with Shuri is that it's so commonly ran that if you're new to it, you don't necessarily know how to navigate it very well, or you just haven't navigated it much. Everybody else knows how it's navigated because they've played against it so long. And so it becomes really tricky to navigate and make sure that you get more than, and make sure that you get the good value, that you know when to snap, that you know when to retreat. It's hard to gauge if you haven't ran it before. Need a mullet on the need a mullet on the mallet. This is the longest I've seen Mjolnir. Not to get shuffled back into the deck. I know, he's just hanging out on the board all day today. And then Sandville, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day. So we could either do a Korg and a Beast this turn, and then next turn we can do Angela Korg and really try to fight for Asgard. Because I think they have a Beast bounce deck as well. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Instead of the Sentinel, we're gonna do this. It's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so then we can play Angela, Korg, and I think a Sentinel over there as well. Because if they're running a Beast bounce deck, then I think it's going to be important for us to be able to outpower them to make sure that their Hawk doesn't get any bigger. It's the Mjolnir hitting the Wong. Playing Shuri decks feels dirty, so I'm going to stick with ramp. Yeah, Shuri is one of those that it wins a lot. Like it just has an undeniable amount of power that it can just pump on the board. But it doesn't always feel the best to do that. At Sandville, you said advance to the semifinals of the tournament in my country. Is it for Marvel Snap? I mean, either way, no matter what it's in, congratulations. Hopefully you continue doing well. It sounds like you're already doing well so far. I think Shuri is the best deck, but if it didn't hit the perfect curve, it's very beatable. Yeah, and even if it does, some decks are like gunning to just beat Shuri, and so everybody is trying to have a line that actively beats Shuri pretty easily. Yeah, Shuri's the known factor now. Yeah, so you see a couple of those like key early cards, so Zero and then Lizard. I'm thinking, like, you think Shuri automatically. You said you've been having fun with your new Galactus. What kind of Galactus deck are you running? Or I guess you said new, so is there something like unique that you're doing with it? So if we do this, that's going to put us to 6. It's only going to pull in one cost card, which is not great, but it gives us a little flexibility in the left lane. It also sends them a Falcon, but we're not too worried about the Falcon because it'll be the last turn. And then I wash. You said, what did I walk into? Where is my streamer? We're right here. We're right here. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Thank you for jumping in and joining us. You said it's a Ronin deck? I put it on the Beast Bounce, like the Jeff special. And so now we can do Shang-Chi, which should be our surprise factor to help us win this lane, hopefully. But the Wong is a little bit surprising. So I guess it could be. And then Alia, welcome in. Yeah, the Wong is interesting. Maybe the Wong is there for like a Rock Slide to really lean in here. I don't know. Marvel Snap decks are so small, it's kind of dangerous to put them on you don't have it. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So I think we're just going to do this in mid. I don't know where the best place to play our last card is, so we're just going to try mid instead. Did you get a haircut? JJ, welcome in. And then Uncle, you said overall, I think the meta is in a good place. There'll always be a best deck, but overall, yeah. Yeah, I think there's ways to deal with the Shuri decks, for sure. Wait. Is this the three games in a row? They play the Sentinel. Their last card is something we gave them, so the Rock. We'll take it. We'll take a win where we can. Oh gosh, that's the creepiest hammer I've ever seen. I mean, honey TTV, it's hammer time. And then Jogs, what is happening? Where's your face? I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow because it's the weekend, but this is we're just an early April Fool's Day, early April Fool's Day stream. Also, if you lose 8 cubes to Shuri, that's just not good play. Yeah, usually with Shuri, unless you have a way that you think you're going to be able to counter it, it's kind of like Galactus. You retreat for 1 or 2. You don't necessarily need to see it go all the way to the end. Yeah, Jimmy, I think the issue with Shuri and why it feels more advantageous than others is that hitting the nuts or the perfect draw is so linear. Like, it doesn't have to be you have these resources early to enable them. Like, ooh, they lost their Heimdall. You don't have to have these resources early. You can just have 4, 5, 6 and push 40 plus power onto the board. It's funny but creepy, and I don't know what these feelings are. Dunny, I know. It's normally we take it away within the first couple of seconds. And then you said it's the saving grace for Shuri is that it just is that. She's just going to be bigger than the rest. Yeah. Well, it's April 1st. Oh, so it is technically April Fool's Day for you, Le Diable. So we hit it right on the mark for you. I think we just do our hood this turn. Zero, you said hi TLSG and upside to my insomnia tonight is that I catch you live. Oh, it's 4:30 in the morning. Hopefully you're able to sleep sometime soon, but I am glad that you're able to jump in and join us, and hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Improv Light, Lord Incubus, and then Boxhead. Thank you guys for being here. Not even playing a Thor deck, shaking my head. Not even a Thor deck today can do it. So I think we do Iceman, and then we're just gonna Falcon pull him back up. Yeah, Lord Incubus. I don't know why. I've read it so many times, and my brain just went dead. I'm hammerheaded. Lockjaw Thor, right? I did think about running that. And then Waspinator, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. That's what I was thinking too, Jimmy. I was thinking that it looks like Jake Gyllenhaal back there. The treadmills helped you slim down. Yeah, but it all went straight to my head, you know? Anytime you have a big body transformation, it just goes straight to your head right away. These dad jokes are on fire. Oh no. Okay, so I think we do Black Widow. Let's do Black Widow to the right. Black Widow, let's do our disruption in the Korg and Iceman. And then we can go from there. You skipped a leg day. Just a couple of times. Just a couple of times we skipped leg day. This one may be a bot. The way that they snapped by having the lead that they had, I think they may be. Ooh, it's not Thor behind us, it's Mysterio. It's just one of his illusions. How are you so quick with these? Glimmer, but heavier than ever. I like it, Zero. Cosplay at a whole nother level. We're committed today. We're committed to it. We'll have another one of these. I don't know. I mean, I think we just hold one demon. So we'll have a second demon. That way we can do Shang-Chi and a double demon. Are you able to pick yourself up? I am not worthy. It's kind of like Uatu. I'm here, I have all this power, but I can't enable it myself. Is this like Jeff's tournament deck? It's similar, but it has a couple of slight changes to it. So it uses Collector and Shang-Chi over a Mysterio and a Chavez. So it loses a little bit of its consistency in like the bounce components by losing Chavez, but that enables you to do some like different variations of a last turn play. And so I don't know if Shang-Chi has been kind of that surprise factor, but once Hitmonkey comes out, we do need to have Mysterio back in if we're running this version because I think they're going to pair very well together. So I don't know ultimately where it lands, but I think there's a couple of ways, like some slight tweaks to it that do make it pretty formidable. So they have 21 power over here. We can do that. We guarantee win this lane. We know that they don't have Heimdall. That got discarded early on with Sokovia. And so then maybe we just lean in with our Demon and Shang-Chi to the left. Saint, she said, yep, this is officially the best stream. I mean, it's something. It is something, all right. And then UFG, welcome in. You said it's hi Mjolnir. Where's TLSG? We're right here. And then Waspinator, you said bounce decks are true 5-head, and I cannot play them. We're worth a hoot. It takes some getting used to. It's a very different play line. So you have to be playing a lot of cards, but also know when to either like flood on the gas if you're anticipating like a Sandman, or pump the brakes if you're anticipating some kind of counter card like Killmonger or something similar. And then you said, what about Negasonic in that spot? Negasonic would be a little bit cheaper, but then you have to... The thing with Negasonic is you have to be proactive rather than reactive. And so if you don't anticipate it well, then they can just kind of juke out the Negasonic. Lord Incubus, you said, got to run to Home Depot with my son. We'll be back to watch the hammer smash that snap button. I mean, we're already up one whole rank. I don't know what has been happening this season. After the last couple of decks we ran, we just started exploding up. And normally we push pretty even. We've been doing very, very well. If he bounce hit monkey, yeah. So I think it's similar to like any other card that gets buffed up. So like Kitty Pryde, if you pull her back in, put her down, and then bounce her with Beast, she retains that buff. I think hit monkey is going to be the same, and so I think he's going to slot very, very well into bounce decks. And then Dad, you said, "Oh no, what did I join into?" I don't know. What did you join into, Dad? Oh, and then Lord Incubus, she said you were 122 and then back down to 118. It can come in waves like that for sure. I think instead of Angela, we're just going to prioritize doing Bast here. Who's Kitty Pryde? Kitty Pryde is... Does she go by Shadowcat? It was Shadow something. She's an X-Men, or she's in X-Men. And if you're talking about the card or like actual her character, Shadowcat, yeah. I don't know if you're talking about her card or the actual character. Her card is she's a 1-cost 0 power. When you play her on the board, you can pull her back in on each turn to give her +2 power. And so you can really use that to enable your Bishop, your Angela, and like your Collector, a couple of those other cards. Right now it doesn't work. Actually, right now it doesn't work at all. They've disabled it because it was so bugged. But eventually you'll be able to use it with your Collector and with your Beast. I was memeing about her being forbidden. Yeah, she phased her way right out of the game real fast. She saw the state of the game and the state of the meta and said, I don't want any part of it. I'm out. Till she got replaced by Mjolnir. Yeah. Mjolnir is here. Dad, you said I'm at rank 96. You're gonna make it. You're going to make it within the next couple weeks. And then Akaichu, welcome in. How's it going? Hopefully you're having a fantastic day so far. We can do... We have 4, so we could do this. I might forego the Korg so that we can get the bounce intact. We can buff up our Bishop. We're going to send them some junk. The last Sentinel Gavel? No, we have like a week. You have about as long as, oh no, not a week. It's like 4 days, right? You've got this. You've got this, Dad. The moral of the story is you're gonna get there. I just hit rank 99. Ooh, Tussinator. I'm sending good vibes your way because you're on that critical cusp of being able to get there. So I think we do this. We send them. Let's send them one more Widow's Bite with Black Widow. It's going to set both of these to 3. Depending on what we draw into, we might be able to make it happen. Or maybe we need to do this instead. Let's do Angela in mid. We'll do Korg, and we'll do these two to the side. Because we want to try to win Baxter Building if at all possible. I swear I can't look at you for more than a second without cracking up. It's just the perfect eye width. So they Professor X locked us, which is tough. Bane 1 is always a pretty formidable opponent. So you don't double live stream on YouTube? No. So since I hit affiliate here, I'm not able to double live stream. For me, it's the teeth. What do you call Thor's hammer after he throws it? It's Mjolnir. I haven't heard that one before, Mystic. I like that one. By the way, how's Clarice doing? She's doing good. She's doing good. We can't buff this up anymore, which feels unfortunate. We would have been better had we capped it out. And I don't think this does it for us. I assume the real Mysterio is probably here. This also looks like some kind of Patriot deck. Maybe they run Valkyrie. We're just going to go ahead and retreat out of this one. Yeah, you can't. So you can, if you have the sub button, you can't double stream. There's a 24-hour exclusivity period. And Dad, yeah. So I got affiliate a while back. So a couple of months ago. Partner is what we're still waiting for. It has been, let's see. We submitted it on the 24th. So it's been a week now, and we haven't been rejected yet. The first time we got auto rejected, so we'll see. Don't all Mysterios stay at 3 if they're hit by Bast? Yeah, they do. If they got hit by Bast, they stay at 3. But if they had a Patriot or anything similar, then it would buff those up. And then Guy on Fire, thank you so much for the resub, the tier 1 resub for 2 months. Welcome back. I'm so glad to have you. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. What do you get as a partner versus affiliate? Partner, you get, it's like priority encoding, so your streams will be higher quality sometimes. And you get, the main thing we're looking forward to is you get more emote slots. Like right now, we don't have any more slots for our emotes. As a partner, you get just a big selection to be able to use. So that's going to be the biggest thing. There's a few other like small things. I think Twitch then pays for the payout fees instead of those going on the creator, and a few other like small things like that. And then Tussaner, you said you really deserve partner, one of the hardest working Snap content creators. Hey, and then Akaichu, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Welcome in. And I think I answered, but Clarice is doing good. She's actually laying on her bed behind me. We'll turn off the Mjolnir cam for a second. She's laying on her bed behind me. It's been a while since you got to see Clarice. She's sleeping. So Angela's not huge in mid, but I think it's better than playing it in Warrior Falls. My immersion is gone. Oh no, I broke it for you guys. My bad. Why don't you try using Stormbreaker instead of Mjolnir? I mean, Stormbreaker does look pretty awesome. I don't know that we can handle the awesomeness of Stormbreaker though. He said, there's the laundry basket. It is still back there. It is still hanging out. What do you call a Bast you haven't played? Future? Is that like future? Oh, so Bast like past? Maybe? That one may have went over my head, Mystic. That one may have went over my head. And Tusnator, you said something about deserving partner. So whenever I applied for it the first time, I had streamed on Twitch consistently for like 2 weeks. So from their perspective, from their end, I understand why they were like, who is this guy that just popped over and then wants partnership all of a sudden? And so I think they needed a bigger backlog to make sure it was going to be consistent. I like TLSG with the beard. It'll grow back. It'll grow back. And Mr. Carrier, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. Since when did you cut your beard? Probably a week ago. And then Spooter, you said priority transcoding means that your streams are all but guaranteed to get quality options, so people with worse internet can still watch. Ooh, that's a little bit bigger than what I thought. I thought the priority transcoding, I don't know, just meant that it went to making sure that the quality options were, I guess I don't know what I thought it meant, but that's better than what I thought it was going to be. And you said, oh, thank goodness that streamer guy is gone. I can't stand that guy. I'm glad he's gone too. About a week ago? Wait, General. Was it exactly a week ago that I shaved, General? That was a guesstimate. But I'm assuming it's fairly close. Do you know who is Hawk's sister? Oh. It's a rap lyric? That one may have went over my head too. I'm shaving my 6-month beard tomorrow. Ooh. See, mine was only like maybe a month. Maybe like 4 or 5 weeks. Beard age. We could create a command for it. That way it's tracked. And then Ferric. Welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. You have a year-old beard coming off next week. Ooh. See, so for me, it was just like 3-4 weeks, and that's just long enough to have been lazy for a little while and then shave it. Any longer than that, and that's some pretty big dedication to it. And so like in that time, I'm sure a lot of like shaping and things like that go into it. And so that's, I think that's a bigger hit than what mine was. So all that they have played is wave. We can do Hawk to the side, but that's just if they run Galactus, they could. Ooh, the death in mid is big. I have 2. Maintenance is hard. Yeah, maintenance on it can be tough for sure. So with the death, what do we think they have otherwise? Can we beat them? I mean, we're locked in mid. If they have Shang-Chi, then they might be able to win us the right lane. We're going to try. Does anyone know if you get out of bot MMR at season reset? It's not guaranteed. Beast the Hawk. Ooh, that would have been the play, Derek. That would have been a huge dodge. We should have done that. We should have listened to Derek. So if we did something like this, and they were going to use Odin to re-trigger the Shang-Chi, that's going to put 8, 9, 10, 11. That'll put them at 11. This would temporarily drop our collector below that limit. This would bounce it back up. But they're running a Thanos. We're going to run. You're the only Snap streamer that says Shang-Chi's name right? I don't know. I made someone pretty mad with the way I announced it. It was one stream, and I made the person pretty mad. They told me there was a movie out about it, and were wondering why I was mispronouncing it. And the Rick Grime, welcome in. I'm glad you're able to jump in and join us. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day so far. That person was just a grumpy person in general. Very likely. That is very likely. I think Balance is the most fun archetype. It's one that I've had trouble with playing consistently. How many Mjolnir jokes are there? 4? Is there only 4? And then X, or you said nice reference, Exol? I only know Sean. That went over my head too. Kitty was a fun archetype. Yeah, Kitty was a fun archetype for about 18 hours before she ended up getting disabled. I love your YouTube videos and thought I'd swing by since I saw you live. Oof. And it just so happens that we're Mjolnir today. This is not our normal stream. Sean is what Binks calls Shang-Chi. Yeah, he also calls it Magento. You look a lot different on Twitch. So I've had the Mjolnir cam for a while. For whatever reason, I keep it keybound. And I wanted to do something fun for like an April Fool's Day stream, but I'm not going to be able to be live tomorrow. And so I figured we're just gonna launch it. After today, I'm going to have a channel point redemption that will trigger the command to turn me into Mjolnir for either 30 or 60 seconds, depending. But it's April Fool's for me. Yeah, it's not quite for me yet, but I know a lot of people around the world it is. Could at least play a Thor deck. Yeah, I agree. We might switch over to a Thor deck at some point. And then UFG not going to be live tomorrow? No, tomorrow is Saturday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Saturday. I'm not going to be live. So he did hit the Mr. Negative. There was a great video on Reddit about Mjolnir and Thor and the sound effect about 2 weeks ago. Was there really? I am Thoring myself out. Saturdays are for the boys and kids. Yeah, so I'm going to be traveling back home, or back where I grew up, not necessarily home anymore. This is now more so home. I'm going to be traveling back to where I grew up for some family things. And then, so I have videos prepped for the whole weekend. Because in the movie, Shang-Chi's alias is Sean. And I watched Shang-Chi, but I completely overlooked it. How fun. Sounds like a nice weekend. Hopefully. It's going to be like a 9-hour drive or something kind of daunting. We're going to see. We're going to see how it goes with my daughter. We're gonna hope for the best. I think we beast bounce the mid back in. So I don't really want to beast bounce this one. I would rather do this one. But this will bring Bishop down to 2. Korg will be 0. So then we could do Bishop, Korg, Hawk all in the last turn. And so we'll probably play Korg in the left lane just to make sure that they can't get a free win or a free lane. Play Hawk to the right? Yeah, we'll probably end up playing Hawk to the right. They have the double broods, and they did hit Mr. Negative, so we have to anticipate maybe a Wong, maybe Wong, Silver Surfer, maybe an Ironheart. They could have a pretty big high roll for sure. TLSG getting hammered on stream. And then Akaichu, you said, what's your daughter's name? My daughter's name is, it's Adeline. I think we need a Korg to the left. We don't want to give them that free lane. So I think we'll potentially lose mid. I think we'll probably lose mid. And then Korg being the last one, if they for some reason had arrow, it'd be fine. No Chavez? Yeah, so we took out Chavez. So with Collector, we now have 3 like power sources or ways to drive up our power. I haven't noticed I thought the same thing. I thought Chavez would feel like required. I haven't noticed feeling a big sense of inconsistency. And what I like about not having Chavez is that it gives you the ability to do a Falcon on 5, and then you can still flood on 6 and not have to quite worry about it as much. Atilan? I don't know how it's spelled. I don't know that I even say it correctly, though. And then hello from Turkey. MVM, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. I'm glad you're able to jump in and join us. Happy Friday. Mjolnir stream today? If you are Mjolnir, does that make you worthy? But yeah, unfortunately I'm not worthy. I'm kind of like Uatu. I'm just the watcher. I'm here. I can't really interfere or interact. Oh wow. Our Hawk was not nearly as big as I thought it was going to be. That's my niece's name, and she's where my name comes from, Uncle Grubby. That's so cute. I'm glad. I like those sorts of stories or backstories. Mjolnir can't lift himself, therefore it can't be worthy. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Atlas. Atlas, you said I wasn't a fan of the Shang-Chi movie. I didn't like their depiction of the Mandarin very much. I could see that. I haven't finished it. I watch movies in spurts because I'm old. I've been with Thor for years and years and years, so I'm really old. I fall asleep whenever I start watching movies, and so I've started watching it and stopped like probably 4 times. I only have like 20 minutes left. I just need to finish it. I did the same thing with everything, everywhere, all at once. I have 20 minutes left, and now I no longer get access to it for free. So we're just gonna have to fill in the last 20 minutes with my imagination. And then it's Tazar. You said, hey TLSG, what do you think between 6,000 tokens for Kitty Pryde when she comes back versus getting Bast and Valkyrie? So I think Bast is going to be very important in next season. I think Bounce in particular is going to be really important, and Bast is a pretty big enabler, especially with Hitmonkey and Mysterio. Having Bast to help enable those two, I think might be better than Kitty Pryde. Kitty Pryde's going to be good. She's very flexible, but I would almost say Bast over Kitty right now. She's a little bit cheaper, and you don't necessarily need Kitty Pryde in your Bounce deck. I'm not even sure if both Hitmonkey and Kitty Pryde fit, to be honest, since we haven't experimented with it. Ooh, but you said Bast and Valkyrie are downgrading next? Ooh, okay, so that might be worth waiting for as well, Planky. Go ahead and do the Bishop. Next turn we could do maybe Collector and Beast. It really depends on what we draw into. I have Bast pinned for the downgrade. Yeah. Yep. And if you have it pinned, you'll be able to buy it for 1,000. Would you / could you replace Hawk in this? It loses a bit of the consistency. There are versions of a bounce deck that replaces Hawk, but Hawk acts as like that big burst of power, and so I think it would be hard to replace him reliably. We can no longer play over here. It's unfortunate. Oof. Is Bast essential for Bast decks? Or do you, Brown, do you mean is Bast essential for bounce decks? I wouldn't say he's essential, but I do think he's pretty impactful, or pretty important in them. As long as they don't Professor X lock us here, we should be fine. But this looks like a version of a Thanos list I was testing out that runs like a zoo, so it runs Professor X and then some buff cards to buff up the 1-drops on the board. So if they Professor X, then we leave. Try watching The Bear. It's a series though, but each episode is short, but compact and so tense that you can't help but focus. It's about cooking, and it's titled The Bear. And then Fid, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. And then Planky. So they said that if you have a series 4 pinned and it gets downgraded, I think it was Glenn Jones that tweeted it, or answered it, that said if you have it pinned, it will stay pinned and it'll be cheaper in your shop. So right now we're ahead in the right lane. How many cards do they have? 4. That's not a huge Hawk that we have there. So maybe we do, oh no, not that. Maybe we do this. Bast, Hood, and the Hood is mainly just for helping this lane. It helps the Bishop, it helps the Collector, and then Hawk would be what we're leaning in or hoping would win mid. They took down that tweet? Oh, did they really? Croco. I didn't know they took it down. It's going to be real awkward when someone plays Thor and TLSG goes flying off the screen. I know. I'm not going to be able to help it. I think we lose this one, but I'm curious. And we have a lot of cubes we've gained over the last couple days. Ooh, so they moved their Soul Stone. Oh no, that's not great. That is a big Thanos. Oh no. Oh, they did a follow-up and said they're not sure? Wow. Okay. So those that are pinned that downgrade, you may have to just hope rotate into your one free one for the month. We know you can't buy... Yeah, if the pin card gets unpinned, I think people are going to be kind of upset. We'll see. And then Sup, you said you should watch TLSG, an amazing YouTuber. I've heard some pretty decent things. I heard they're really wholesome, and I've been around some not so wholesome people for a large portion of my life, so I'm all about checking out some wholesome content. And then Chief, thank you so much for the follow. And then Newcastle, thank you for the follow as well. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day so far. Let's play our Angela. We can then do Hood and Falcon in that lane. We'll pull back in the Falcon and the Master Mold is going to restrict us a little bit from being able to bounce those cards back in. Had we had a Collector on the board, that would have been great. We get it just a touch too late. Let's go ahead and do Hood. We're going to do a Hood rotation. We have Collector, so we'll start buffing that up. Every time we play Sentinel, it'll be okay. The only issue is that we can't play into Sanctum Sanctorum. And then Draco, you said, hey, could you please share your Sarah Hawk list when you have some time? Was it the one I was running yesterday, Draco? If so, yeah, I can absolutely. Where did that finger come from? Wait, was there a finger? TLSG needs an anger translator, like the Key and Pill Obama, where I say something like really, really just like not incredibly aggressive, but it's translated into something really aggressive. I could see that. We're gonna go ahead and rotate our hood one more time. It might go into Bast, which wouldn't be great. Before we rotate it though, let's at least do Demon first, just in case we rotate into Beast and it happens to pull in. At least we get the one extra card on Bishop. We do rotate into Beast, unfortunately. Oh no, well. Alright. And our Angela doesn't get buffed up in the Quantum Realm, which is kind of awful. And we didn't have space to pull in our Korg or our Demon because of Beast. Oh. Uh-oh. Not good. I mean, we have a decent power here. But everything we do in this right lane is just going to be a Hail Mary. Ooh, wait. We can Shang-Chi. Let's do Demon and then Angela to try to flip. Oh, no. We're going to do Demon first and then Shang-Chi. At least we have one 6-power card we could potentially flip back into. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And then Maester, you said I bought all Series 3 cards, so I would be complete faster. Thinking I would get more tokens once I completed it. Then they go and change it all up. Started playing into since December. Yeah, that's rough. Randall, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. We are going to take out the right lane. Actually, no, we're just good. We're fine. Oh, that wasn't the last turn. Oh my gosh. I thought that was the last turn of the game. Maybe we're not fine. Maybe we're not okay. I guess we played Sentinel. The most they could have is a Hawk now. So we're just gonna send it. At least that'll buff up our collector by 1. What a board. Yeah, the board is just, it's something. Nah, pay the boss, you got this. That is a big rock that we rotated into. Oh no. Hopefully they rotate into some duds. So not Mystique here. Okay, the rock, that's fine. And then Bast. None of it buffs up their Angela into the hood. That's huge. So they win the left. They win mid by 3. We win the right by 4. We needed that last card to be hood. And rock. Oh my gosh. We shouldn't have won that one. We'll take it. We'll take it. Sometimes it takes luck. That's true, the Moy. If someone from your work were to find the stream, you're safe now. I mean, now they would just see Mjolnir. It's hammer time. So we have dropped a little bit. We started at 129 in some change. We hit a big 8 cube loss earlier, which dropped us down a little bit. Late, but we're 28 strong watching now. You're 28 strong. Like 28 people? Like you have 28 people with you? Is that what you're saying? If so, that's a whole party. Rave time. He said, I love and hate this so much. Me too. I don't know how I feel about this. Be perfectly honest. Wait, UFG, you said so Sentry breaks the game now too? Does he really? His void? Is that what you're talking about? And then the tone lock. He said, I don't even like 28 people. Oh, Benjamin Knight. You said, yeah, I'm Zero Cash. Finally changed my name. Oh, huge. Benjamin. He says you look... Alex is watching. He says you look different. We look a little bit different. You have a really big department, Benjamin. And the fact that you guys watch the stream is it's so incredible to me. I appreciate you guys. I want to watch until the end, but you stream in 2 a.m. my time. Akaichu, oh, I'm so sorry. We will... The video on demand will be here. But I do understand if you need to head out and head to bed. And then you said the hammer's doing inappropriate things on screen. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. I don't know if it feels right, if it feels wrong. We're not for sure. I think we do Bast and then we pull back in at least the Korg and Bast to help buff up our bishop. It feels hammer for sure. It does. I haven't been this hammered since before my daughter was born. Ooh, wait. We're going to Falcon bounce Titania back into our side of the board. Okay, Listo, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. Belligerent, it feels wrong on so many levels. You're not Wong, my friend. You're not Wong. How long does a session take to crash? About 45 minutes from when the game started, UFG. So we now have the Titania. Oh, man. Okay, so... we definitely want to do Korg. But I think we do something like this. We do Angela. Korg is going to buff it up just once, which is decent. It's okay. We'll bounce Korg back in. We can play Korg for free alongside a Hawk. Maybe our Angela Titania on the last turn. Never mind. They end up retreating. You take those inappropriate actions back to only hammers. We're free. We're free from that, Spooter. We will never go back. Oh yeah, it's Korgan time. Ooh, I forgot. It specifically says that you can't be a partner if you show off your hilt. So Captain Wiggin, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. And then Elko, welcome in. What happened to your face? So yesterday, Maverick beat me down so bad on that 8-man tournament that it was beaten and bruised. I couldn't show my face anymore. And I guess I got a little hammered. That new deck of his is nasty. Yeah. And like I think I stole maybe 2 bars of health off of him, and it was not the time to be experimenting with a new build that I thought did pretty decently. Because he absolutely obliterated me a couple of times with the Professor X, a couple of times with Goose. Just it was a tough one. And then Atlas, he is beautiful even if his face is flatter than a koala's. I mean, next stream TLC will be Stormbreaker instead. If there was a Stormbreaker one, I would absolutely be it. We would switch over. The hammerhead tilt is so funny. And then Alf, thank you so much for the follow. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. And then Captain, I know that I saw you said that the locations were not great for you on your match. I felt like they didn't line up very well for my deck either, but at the end of the day, I just got demolished. We could do Black Widow Demon. Maybe we do them both here. That way we can beast bounce it next turn. Joe is cool versus... Oh, we are going against Joe is cool. It's been a while since we've had a cool off. Next stream is going to be Captain Shield for sure. I mean, you guys will just have to tune in to find out. We could do Falcon to bounce the demon back in. I almost think I'd rather Beast and then just Falcon. We don't need to do 2 bounces. Falcon will pull the hood. We can then get another demon out off of it. Ooh, you're right, Atlas. It could be Joey's school. Mav and I had had District X 3 games, then Lamentus, then Weird World. Wow, that is some rough locations. Mine weren't that bad. Mine just definitely favored being able to lock down a lane with the Professor X. We can do this. I think that should be okay. We have the option to do an Angela to the right or a demon to the right, or we play both of them across the board. Looks like they're running Cerebro too, and so that's what we're looking for. If Professor X lifts Mjolnir, is the wheelchair worthy? I think it's just Xavier that would be worthy at that point. You need a command for the hammer face? Dulge. So after this, I actually have a channel point redemption that will toggle this on and off for like 30 seconds at a time. And so after this stream, it'll be a channel point redemption possibility. So they have 5 cards in their deck. This is 10. If they have Cerebro, this goes up by 4. If they have Cerebro and Mystique, this goes up by 8. And so it goes up to a max of 14. So I think we would need to play at least one more card there. And then I think we're just going to give up on the left left lane. We're going to do this. We're going to focus on mid and right lane. You said Professor X is never lifting Mjolnir in any universe? That dude is shady. You said this deck seems too mean for someone as nice as you. I enjoy a good beast bounce. I enjoy a good beast bounce deck. It doesn't feel as. You said mule. No, that is horrifying. I'm so sorry, loaf beef. I'm so sorry. I have been told it's the thing of nightmares. And so I don't know why we decided to do a full stream with it. We're an hour in, and you guys haven't ran away yet. Yeah, no. So the old Jake Gyllenhaal back here, right over here. It's supposed to be Thor, but it looks like Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't know. I didn't get to choose the background on the filter, but whoever did it, I think they chose the wrong Thor. Just wait till you pronounce the J in Mjolnir. Mjolnir? All right, chicken giblets, just for you. We will give you the good old all right. Hopefully you're having a great day, chicken. I'm glad you're able to jump in and join us. Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio was pretty neat. Yeah, I thought his character was pretty cool. I didn't dislike the movie, but it was definitely a different pace than what I'm used to for like the Spider-Man movies. Ooh, Bar Sinister. How do we want to play around Bar Sinister? If we get Falcon, we can do Hood there and then pull them all back in. Buff up our collector. We could maybe try I don't know, the Spider-Man movies. Yeah, I do enjoy the one with Tom Holland. Growing up, I've watched all of them as the actors transitioned, and I think each of them had some unique things that they brought to the role. But I do think he does a very good job. My daughter came home from daycare and we're immediately creeped out. Oh no. He said plus side. I now have the living room to myself. This is the side effect that I didn't think about with using the hammer. I mean, I could change into a potato. We could do broccoli, but I just thought the Mjolnir was very fitting. I thought it was very fitting for the game. Maybe I was wrong. Let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna do Hood. We're gonna Beast bounce the left lane to start buffing up our Collector a little bit. They do have Patriot in the left lane, so that's gonna be very scary. Beast Bar Sinister would be fun. Yeah, it would be fun. I'm glad that we dodged the debris. Now they can't play for the last 2 turns of the game, which is kind of weird. Luckily, we had the Beast bounce, so we can still navigate in the left lane. We can navigate in, I guess, in mid as well, and in the right lane. Ooh, we get our Falcon. We're about to Falcon punch. So what do we need to do in the left lane? We just need to beat 11. Oh god, Mjolnir jump scare. My bad. Go away. Oh. TLSG about to end this man's whole career. Yeah, we did get the retreat. We got fortunate that we had space to play after the debris came down. Their Squirrel Girl disrupted it just a touch, but the hammer makes you look really high. Does it really? So in high school, people used to think that I did all kinds of drugs, and never once have I tried them. But I think it's because I stayed up really late playing video games, so I always had like the dark circles under my eyes. Like I had the long kind of shaggy hair, so I kind of fit like that profile, and so people just assumed Captain Wiggin. But I did eventually try, so I got you. I do feel like most people eventually do. And then asymptotic. You said same? Yeah, same. It was rough. I used to be frustrated in high school. Loaf beef. You said I'm trying some right now. Well, I mean, whatever helps you deal with the Mjolnir a little bit better, I think is all right with me. That lonely slacker on drugs. You said nicotine and alcohol is about my limit. Yeah. I don't do either of those. Every once in a while I do alcohol, like a couple of drinks here and there. But caffeine is my vice. Like I can't function without copious amounts of caffeine. Guy on fire. You said that's exactly what happened to me. Everyone thought I was high all the time because I was zoned out from lack of sleep from playing Diablo 2 all night. See, mine was what is now old school RuneScape, but it was RuneScape at the time. I just committed so many hours to it, like a ridiculous amount of hours. What's the reason behind TLSG today? So whenever I started my channel, whenever I started creating content, there were a couple of things that I wanted the channel to really like personify. Because there's a few things that I've always had quite a bit of interest in, and so those things were theater. It was life, so sharing our like just not living a fake life, so like being real, and then stories. So just like sharing those collective experiences. I think there's a lot of personal growth that can come from just like learning about other people's backgrounds, their history, and like just the stories that they have. And then gaming. I've always been had a vice for gaming, so I wanted the stream and the channel to Bishop mid. You can hawk right. Oh, that's true. I was thinking about beasting here, but I wanted the channel to personify those kind of qualities, and so that's where TLSG came from. So it came from the theater, the life, stories, and gaming. And then Mimi, I'm very confused on what I'm walking into. I mean, it's one of those things that it's so scary. It's like a train wreck. Like you just can't, you know it's about to happen, but there's nothing you can do, and you just can't quite look away. Oh. I think it's one of those things. Progress plays. Welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day. I don't know how great it's gonna be now that you've seen what you've seen. You can't unsee it. So you're welcome. I don't know. And then Trick, welcome in. He said, "Jeebus, nightmare fuel." Yeah, my bad. My bad. Thor's legendary sledge guardian. I mean, that's also a reason for it. Oh, JP Bueno, do you have something spicy cooked up for us? And then Atlas, you said VTuber's gone too far this time. It's too far. It's too much. So is this actually a good deck? I've been enjoying it. So let me see what my stats are for it on this account so far. So I've played a total of, I guess they reset from when I had my 20 sample size. I played 13 now with this version, and I have a 69.2% win rate. So we've won 9, we've lost 4. So like it has a lot of disruption, a lot of ways that it can really hurt your opponent's playline that I think is pretty solid. So I've been enjoying it. It feels like Chavez needs to be in a deck like this, but for whatever reason, I don't necessarily miss it. And then Trap Naps figured you to be at least playing Thor. Yeah, we're probably about to switch to Thor. Thank you for the 400 bits, by the way, Trap. I think we're probably about to switch over to Thor for a little while. Is it true that Mjolnir rides you? Ooh, wow. So it's more of I'm moving so fast that I just pull him along with me. The least salty gamer. That's another solid one. Like that could be believable. And so for anybody that I guess is new, for the name TLSG, it doesn't really mean theater, life, stories, gaming. It stands for that live stream guy. I created a Twitch account like 6 to 8 years ago. And I thought it would be funny if somebody found it and were trying to tell their friends about that stream. And they were like, "Hey, have you seen that live stream guy?" And their friend would ask which one. So during the 3 weeks that I streamed there, chat shortened it to TLSG for short. And for whatever reason, I just carried that. I carried that with me. So that's the real meaning. But I like to create some kind of air of mystery around it. You said I'm going to stream as a frog cosplaying as a witch. That's going to be a fun one as well, Progger. And so I figured, are you going to do it for April Fools as well? This hammer seems to know a lot about TLSG. I don't know how it happened or why, but here we are. Here we are. So I think we're going to skip here. I was mulling it over. The Shang-Chi, ooh, wow. That's a big resource in the left. So I guess we're not going to do Hawk. We're just going to hope that something like this is enough. TLSG named himself an acronym, so every time someone asks, he can brag that he was a success. No, Atlas. I wasn't a successful streamer twice. So I streamed for three weeks. I had an average of like 5 viewers, and I think 2 of them were me. It's just the people that did show up while they were trying to chat and interact, they shortened that live stream guide to TLSG. So definitely not like super successful the first time. I didn't do it long enough, and it was going to be variety games. So it was going to be just like whatever the new releases were. A 70% win rate. Let's go. And so, yeah, we do have the 70% win rate now, which, I mean, the original bounce deck, I think like this shell. So this is kind of the same shell that's been going around. It just switches Collector and Shang-Chi. It puts them in place of Mysterio and Chavez. So I was afraid, first off, that it was going to be less consistent because the Chavez wasn't there. But with having 3 ways that you're putting big power on the board throughout the game in your Collector, Bishop, and Angela, I haven't felt that it felt that lacking. Plus, it allows me to more flexibly do a last turn play. I don't think people understand how annoying Wave and Sandman is for this deck. Yeah, Wave and Sandman can be pretty disruptive. And then Flex, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. And then JP Bueno, did you happen to send like a snap.fan link for the list? You said, I don't know, Sandman looks like it kills this deck. So it can, but I guess if you can identify that it's coming down early, then sometimes you can play it out on the board. But if they have Wave on 3 into Sandman on 4, that's a lot more difficult. If they just do something like Electro, at that point you can identify that Sandman's most likely coming down, and you can flood a little bit earlier. Can I send the link here? Yep. Do you have? Is it on snap.fan? If so, yeah, you can send the link here. What a look! I mean, it's the first time I've been hammered on stream, and it's during a work day at that. It's just like it's so against brand. Did you share your thoughts on Kitty being disabled? I haven't, Robe. But I think it's unfortunate that it got added into the game with the kind of game-breaking bugs that it had. But I'm glad that they were proactive about it. So I guess not proactive, but they were reactive about it. So it was causing people to disconnect for 45 plus minutes at a time, and it seemed to start occurring more and more frequently, and which is just so frustrating as a player. And so I'm glad that they decided to just disable it while they fix the bugs, instead of like, and I'm glad to know that they have that capability as well, because if people kept running it, I was going to stop running Kitty Pryde until the bugs were fixed, because making somebody not be able to play for another 45 minutes is tough. Kitty Pryde phased through the source code. She did. She absolutely did. He doesn't need to admit it. We can see it in his face. The last sane guru. I don't know. Looking like this. I don't know if we can say sane anymore. Wait, Atlas, you said first time he admitted it anyways? What are you talking about? And then Zero, you said, alrighty, the sun is coming up. I'll see you in your laundry basket on YouTube. Thank you so much for jumping in and joining us, Zero. Hopefully you have a fantastic rest of your night. You said I replaced Widow with Moon Girl. That's a big one. And so I like Widow for the extra disruption. And it's one of those that never seems like it amounts to a lot, but sometimes it can. Oh, Atlas, you said it. Okay. It went over my head. All right, so we do have... I had a feeling that this is something along the lines of what you were going to admit it to being hammered. Oh, I got you. I had an idea that you would be running some kind of Thor deck so we can actually have Mjolnir to me. So we're going to go ahead... Actually, let's delete this one to make sure our stats reset. Delete it and paste in a new one. And so this one is the JP Bueno, who used his channel point redemptions to request a deck for a minimum of 3 games. And looking at it, just looking at it, there's some pretty cool play lines. Yellow Jacket, I'm always taken aback by a little bit, but it can be an early like initiative grabber. And then we have the Sunspot, Rocket, which are both decent 1-cost drops. The Daredevil to get a good read on like a Hobgoblin and Gamora. We have Drax, which is going to be decent as well. A lot of the Guardians of the Galaxy seem to have made it into this one. The only one that I'm not seeing is, well, I guess he's not a full-fledged one, but Cosmo he's in the movies, right? Wait, Shuri meta is brutal. This deck is 10+% win rate higher than everything else. There's some that compete with it. They just don't feel like they're as easy to navigate. But yeah, I do think it's incredibly consistent. So Shuri as a whole has, I think, let me look. The last time I looked, it was still in the 60s, which is the kind of, okay, so it looks like it averages overall as around a 57. So that's every variation of Shuri deck. The next closest one being like Hawk, Thanos, or a few others like Doomwave and Sarah Control, coming in around like 55, 54. So it's a few points ahead, but it's just because it is so linear and so straightforward, it gets a lot more popularity, and so then it does feel pretty bad. Hearing Hammer talking, probably the most disturbing stream I've ever watched. Alia, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to have subjected you to this. Hopefully, if you have to go to therapy, just send me your bill. And I don't know that I can pay it, but you can send it my way. We'll see what we can do. For me, any disruption I gain from Widow is lost because they use the bite for Lockjaw or Carnage food. For Lockjaw or Carnage, if you're seeing that a lot, then yeah. But I've seen a lot less of both of those recently. Unfortunately, our Thor's already over here. I think we're going to give it a shot with our Yellow Jacket. And then Arthur, you said, hey, Tailshy, is there any info about when we can play Kitty again? I haven't heard, so I don't think they know when the bug is going to be fixed. Hopefully soon, but we don't know for sure. And it's kind of like their patch timelines. They don't like to say until they know for sure. That way they don't overcommit. And then Tyranitar, you said this is a cursed image. What are you talking about? And then Felot, you said, hey TLSD, do you stream while at work? No, absolutely not. And does your boss know about it? I don't believe so. I hope not. If so, nobody has said anything. And then Atlas, she said Cosmo is a leader of Nowhere, a space station created from the head of Celestial. Galactus is a Celestial that Null killed. I just learned a lot in a very short amount of time about the Guardians of the Galaxy that I did not know before. All right, let's do this real fast. Why is Yellow Jacket in the deck? To get some early priority. So yeah, some early priority. So JP Bueno recommended the list. And then well, he said it's Mjolnir. Yes, it's Mjolnir. Welcome in. Don't worry, you can stream during work. Nobody will recognize you. They're like, that sounds like one of our workers, but it doesn't look like him. With that disguise, they'll never know. Were you streaming during work? No. What are you talking about? Absolutely not. Waiting for when TLSG finds out everyone at his workplace is a sub. That would be wild. Because like nobody really shares the same interests as I do. And so it would be really wild to me to see that. Maybe it happens. It just seems like it'd be real wild. So I think we're going to skip here in case we draw into a Hobgoblin, or in case we go draw into She-Hulk. I don't know. Let's go ahead and play. We're going to go ahead and play Gamora. Never mind. And then Heyo, who is this taking over? It's Mjolnir. It's Mjolnir today. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. Cool. Hey Mjolnir, how's your relationship with Stormbreaker these days? It's a little rocky. It's a little rough. Things have been better before, but it is what it is. His boss, his workplace equals Asgard, and his boss equals Thor. I mean, every once in a while, just for brief glimpses of time, it becomes Captain America as well. And then I think one time there was Lady Thor. I've been around the block. If Morph transforms into you, can he lift himself? Ooh, that's true. A good one. I don't know. I don't think so. I think at that point he's stuck. Joel, so I assume you're talking about the hammer? And if so, I don't know what you're talking about. What did I just tune into? Just a normal Marvel Snap live stream. Some post-infinite gameplay. We're running a user-suggested deck right now. Before that, we were doing a little bit of Beast Bounce. Oh! I'm so sorry. Somebody asked for my Hawk Sarah deck earlier, right? I'm not sure if they're still here. I'll share it after this. My bad. I completely spaced on it. And then Joel, yeah. So I've had this filter set as a keybind for probably 6 or 7 months now, and I very rarely use it because people, for some reason, people tell me it's the fuel of nightmares. I don't know why. I don't see it. But old Jake Gyllenhaal as Thor back here may have other things to say. And if you look real closely, he's holding me. So which one's the real Mjolnir? This Mjolnir guy, this Mjolnir guy disrespecting chat. Can't believe TLSG let him take over today. I mean, TLSG may not have known. Surely the talking one is real. Maybe I'm Loki, and I just phased myself or changed my. I disguised myself as Mjolnir. What did you do to TLSG? The Moy, we may never know. We may never know. Let's go ahead and do Groot. They snapped. I think this is a Silver Surfer deck. That's really the only time I see Domino these days. That sounded ominous. Why is Galactus everywhere? A 6-cost Misty Knight when countered is kind of bad. Wait, I have been seeing a lot more Galactus over the last couple of days. So it is a So it's very likely a Silver Surfer deck. Most of the time they can't play much into the Crimson Cosmos. So depending on what we draw, we can either do She-Hulk over there, maybe we do Star-Lord and Drax. That would be the perfect top deck, is if we get Drax off the top. You should just do you should just do this in a YouTube video and not ever address it. Yeah, Grumpy Guppy TV, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. So we're just playing a little bit of Marvel Snap today. Nothing outrageous, I don't think. Daredevil can write a book about all his travels around these locations. I mean, he's a world traveler. Put yourself in the basket. Yeah, we deserve it. Oh, my Mjolnir, what big eyes you have. Not even the whole video, just like 15 to 30 seconds. Just like one like snippet of like a play. Like mid-play too, just like switch it over. This deck is so good, even a hammer can win with it. Like, the title writes itself. I think we do lose this one, though. Silver Surfer gives them an extra 4 here. And so if they play something in this lane, I think it's over. We're going to retreat out of this one. And then, Axel, you said finally made it. I've been stun locked by meetings since you went live. I'm glad you finally made it. I was stun locked by, like... a team member was having a baby shower and meetings and like Friday workload, and we're having a big event over the weekend, and so trying to have everyone wanting to try and prep for that. So I understand. I was stun locked for a while too. I was polarized even, yeah. All these people say Galactus needs a nerf. Yeah, Galactus just kind of feels bad when it happens. Like, there's some times where you just can't do anything about it, but you can usually just leave for 2 cubes at a time. And so, like, there's Goose. If you drop Goose into the lane that had Galactus, there's Arrow, there's Cosmo, there's Juggernaut, there's Polaris. There's a lot of ways to counter it, like the Goblins, Debris. And a lot of them are pretty common in a lot of decks. And so I don't necessarily have an issue with Galactus. He just feels bad when it works. When it works against you, it feels bad. You said he's very neat and effective, but very... unfun to play against. Yeah, kind of like a leech. Like, it really, when it forcibly puts you into a very linear play line, it's kind of tough. 2 for 2? Yeah, we're 2 for 2. I feel like they probably play. Ooh, they discarded their Sarah. We discarded Gamora. I feel like they probably continue to play in Kiln. We're gonna risk it. Oh, they don't play anything. Okay, so 2 for 3. 2 for 3 this time around. You should have a button to change into other Avenger weapons. So I'm gonna have, after this stream, once this goes away, our next stream, I'm gonna have a channel point redemption that will toggle on and off this filter. So it'll just be there. Do we lean all the way in? Like, this is a lot of commitment to the left lane. But if we don't, then I feel bad. Statistically, you only even ramp into Galactus 64% of games. So we went 3 for 4. Yeah, 3 for 4 this time. Yeah, Mimi. So it's going to be one of the channel point redemptions that I add in. So it'll turn the filter on for like 30 to 60 seconds at a time. And then it'll turn back off. And so it'll be like seamless. I won't even necessarily have to like say anything or react. It'll just click it on. And so I'm looking at the streamer bot that allows me to do that and trying to find other cool ways to integrate it. I think it'll be another fun thing that people can like interact with the stream with and for. Yeah, we have the Guardians United all in Kiln. They're all together now. -10 instead? We could do -10 instead. You say 30 seconds, but we all know OK Dad will make that 30 minutes. He could extend it. Is there a redemption to delete the filter? Ooh, Kalisto, is it that bad? Like turn it off or like get rid of it altogether? Firebot. So this one is streamer bot, and it has a WebSocket connectivity to OBS, and I just very briefly deleted. Oh, is it that bad, Kalisto? My bad. My bad. So I think we do this. We make sure that they can't play anything big here, and then we're just gonna. We should be able to do She-Hulk and then maybe or Thor. Actually, She-Hulk and whatever we draw next turn. I'll double what Kalisto is paying to never turn it off. I mean, it's one of those that it's you either really, really enjoy it or it's really, really unfun. Hopefully it's not too bad. And hopefully it won't be here for forever. I hope whenever they bring Kitty back, they offer her half off and give everyone who bought her 3K back. I mean, that'd be... I really hope it's not going to be like, here's your because they said they were going to like compensate for the inconvenience. Hopefully it's not like, here's 100 credits. Hopefully it's something that feels decently worthwhile. Watch out for Valkyrie mid. They can't. Ooh, an inverted Valkyrie they could. You said 100 credits, 10,000%. Yeah. And so the only way they can Valkyrie mid is if they got it inverted with Mr. Negative. That Thor's face looks like a mixture of Jake Gyllenhaal and Buzz Lightyear. It does. It like really looks like Jake Gyllenhaal. So like I could. There we go. I'm Thor now. Boom Squat, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. We nerfed leader 6 feet under, no refunds. You couldn't play a card for a few days, have 3K. I mean, that'd be nice. That Jake Gyllenhaal kind of looks like Thor. He does. I don't know why my lips get blue. What if it's 30 kitty boosters? Oof. If it's if it's 100 credits, oh, Nick Neutron. So that's an unfortunate typo. You're gonna throw your face out of a 10-story building. Is that a cry for help, Nick Neutron? Do we need to DM later? We worry about you. And then Meatloaf, you said it's been one day, people will survive. Yeah, I'm not sweating about it, but it's like it always feels like whenever it's like 50 credits or 100 credits, like that's such a small amount of credits that it feels like thanks, I guess. So we'll see what they end up doing. I won't be able to see Thor movies without expecting Mjolnir to speak in TLSG voice. He's going, all right, next up we are going to be going against the Thanos. Let's see. I think we can hit the Star-Lord in Stark Tower. I think they're going to play another Sentinel. They do. Are you ever going to play Midnight Suns? I love watching that game. I might dabble in it. I don't know if I stream it or not, but it is one that I might check out. Thor, snap him now. Cool. I might end up playing it at some point, but I want to test it out first before I decide if I'm going to stream it. I guess we'll see. Korg next with a voice changer. Oh, that'd be fantastic. with the like the voice changer that kind of mimics what he is in the movies. I don't know if I can logistically make that happen, but if I can, it will happen. Captain America, Thor's down, pick me back up. Yeah. Francisco, you said 100 tokens away from Thanos. The weight is killing me. So he's not as polarizing or strong as he used to be, but he's still very viable. Did we win? Guy on fire. Yeah, we won. We won the last game. They ended up retreating. I've returned with hopefully no more work for the day. Hopefully not, and hopefully mine stays that way. Like I have a couple of audits and reports that I'll have to run when I in stream, but nothing that's super time pressing. Remember when Thanos was a fun alternative to Shuri? That was a good time. Okay, so they played Zabu and Mystique. we could do Yellow Jacket. That's gonna be -2 here, +2, but we get an overall +2 from Stark Tower. Just do it for the giggles. But then we'll see. We'll see from there. The Frozen, you said, hey TLSG, been enjoying your Wave Doom deck. Loved multiple play lines. Climbed to 130 just now. That's huge, Frozen. I found that I got spoiled by Kitty Pryde in it, but the regular version works very well as well. And so when you first look at it, it doesn't look like a deck that's going to be able to be competent. But then it just continues to find ways to kind of prove that wrong. Ooh, if they don't play here, then we lose this lane anyways. Oof, that's kind of tough. So if we're going to play out of that lane, then I guess She-Hulk's not necessarily our best play, depending on where they play. We'll see. It's only one additional. Whoa, TLSG got replaced. We did. We sure did. I have no interest in playing the optimal Thanos list. Just want to use him as a base to play wacky stuff. Yeah, he definitely has some wacky playlines that can do pretty decent. And then and so it goes. You said, hey man, can't tell you how much I love your content. You're one of the best content creators out there. And so it goes. Thank you so much for the very kind words. I'm a very new content creator in terms of like how long some of the other people have been doing it. So knowing that it has a positive impact, whether that be like the deck builds are good or you just kind of enjoy the wholesomeness.
Hey, welcome. It took you long enough.
And then thank you guys both for your Prime subs. We have Frozen and we have And So It Goes. Thank you guys both so much for the support.
Hey, welcome. It took you long enough.
I just realized an ad triggered. I'll wait until it ends before I address And So It Goes. But Bart, yeah. So TLSG got replaced for today. Yeah, Frozen, you said I use the regular version with Scorpion. Yeah, the regular version with Scorpion is good. Is the stream slowing down? What do you mean is slowing down? Like, is it lagging? Or are we like winding down? If so, we have at least another hour. Just an overwhelming kindness and just positive attitude. Also, weird question. Do you have spring allergies? I used to not, but as I've gotten a little bit older and we moved states. And so I do have them a little bit. So I have like a sniffle. Like it's like a constant sniffle. But as a newer content creator, thank you so much for the kind words. And so it goes, because just knowing that my content has a positive impact on you guys, whether it's just the builds are good or you like the wholesomeness. I really appreciate like all of the feedback. A lot of me being able to do this content has been feedback from you guys and from the viewers. Does Yellow Jacket do anything? It's just a tempo card, so being able to grab initiative. And this is a user requested deck. So the Yellow Jacket is one of those that if you have it early, it can help grab priority over your opponent. So maybe you can get a Goose, a Hobgoblin, or one of your priority plays. I hope you nail the opponent because we're a hammer. And then Guy on Fire, you use the channel point redemption for requested deck. So after this one, we'll go ahead and switch over to your requested deck. So let's see, we can do Yellow Jacket, just so that he's on the board. We can do Groot. Next turn we can do Daredevil and Star-Lord to go from there. You said both, man. Wholesome and really fun decks. I don't always succeed with them, but they're always a blast to play. Thank you so much. I try to create as many variety decks that are also fairly accessible as I can, because I know not everybody can have a deep collection, and so I try and do viable builds with like an array of different decks. It's Tazar. You said it sure looks like you have a handle on things, man. I don't know. Behind the scenes, everything's on fire. This Guardian deck looks fun. It does. So most of the Guardian decks that I've ran before had an Odin, and so I'm enjoying not necessarily having that like crutch of needing to. Did you try the bounce deck? Which one, Boom Squat? So I ran a collector bounce deck for the first part of the stream, and it did decently. I had a 70%, I had just over a 70% win rate with it over like 15 games from on stream. Let me pull it back up. So we had a 71.4% win rate over 14 games with it on stream, which is, it's a small sample size, so there could be a lot of variation and fluctuation in it. But for what it is, I think it's a decent alternate take. It gives some uncertainty to the opponent with the Shang-Chi being in place. Is Kitty still disabled? She is. She phased herself right out of the game. Jeff Hoagland played this in the tournament. He played the bounce deck, right? So the bounce deck that I ran had 2 key changes to the one that Jeff played, and Jeff's is phenomenal. Like, he piloted it incredibly. This one runs Collector and Shang-Chi, so it took out the Chavez and it took out Bishop to add in some alternate win conditions. So Collector can get pretty big between a Beast and a Falcon. The Shang-Chi can help swing those lanes whenever they do get their unfortunate ideal playoff. Maybe my dad level is not high enough? Oh, you said it's Hazard. Let me add emphasis. Sure looks like you have a... No, I got it. It's the Mjolnir handle. My bad. I didn't mean to breeze over over the dad joke. It's Tazar. And then Spooter, you said the devs returned her to hand and didn't have the energy to her player. Yep, they pulled her back in, and that was where she got restricted. And so, Guy on Fire, do you have a deck code for the recommended deck? Overall, this one was fun. I think it takes a lot of being able to read where the opponent plays. Oh, Guy on Fire, you were ready with it. It takes a lot of being able to read, but I think that's any Guardians of the Galaxy deck. They're always really fun to play, to be able to just see how well you can do with them. And so let me delete this one, and then we'll look at the one that Guy on Fire recommended. I just joined and I'm really confused. Hamcat. So we're just a normal Marvel Snap live stream, just some post-infinite plays. We're running some user recommended decks right now. A couple of people use some channel point redemptions, but overall we're having a pretty good stream. Thank you for jumping in and joining us, Hamcat. And then Play a Boss, welcome in as well. So Guy on Fire, looking at the deck that you recommended. What's there? So it looks like, ooh. So this looks like the one-turn kill deck, right? It's definitely pulled from a Binks video. Yeah. So this looks like the one-turn kill deck. Like, the main priority of it is to try to get your cards to play in a way that you can do both Hela and MODOK on the same turn. Yeah. This is one that I definitely wanted to test out and try out because it looks fun. I don't know how consistent we'll be with it, but it does look like it'd be a fun way to play. Just transformed into Mjolnir, nothing special here. Just a normal, average, everyday live stream. Binks played it, but was saying it wasn't his deck. I wonder. I wonder whose deck it was then. The high roll of this deck is super fun. Yeah, it definitely looks like it. So you're gonna almost always need your Hela and your MODOK. Like those are your core cards. I think it was posted on Reddit. Dark Dimension, Dark Dimension equals good game. So is that an like immediate snap? Do we even play Adam Warlock? I guess we draw additional cards. Do we need to though? I think we just skip our way. Hand space? Yeah, maybe. Yeah. We're not going to snap on him. I want to see this one play out. I lost 8 cubes to this deck before. Yeah. Just saw I have a sub. Big thank you to whoever gifted it. We have some very generous community members that have done some gifted subs. So I'm not sure which one or who gifted that it came from, but we very much appreciate having you here. I would just snap and wait for turn 5. I mean, we can. Wow. And Mojo World is kind of nice for us. So do we snap and wait? I want to see it play out. I'm not going to snap. I love how you hype up all the user suggested decks. Yeah, I enjoy it. So I added it as a channel point recommendation or a channel point reward because I like playing with the different decks and the different variations because we have some really good deck builders. Some people like see something somewhere and want to see someone else pilot it, and so I do enjoy it. Did you by chance see that DC is trying to do a card game? Yes. So I did see one combo deck. So risky. They are risky. The one combo decks are risky, but they like high risk, high reward type decks. Now we may not fill up Mojo World, which might be kind of bad. But otherwise, we'll see. I feel like an arrow hurts us. A Cosmo here hurts us. But I think it's a risk we're willing to take. So we're just gonna dump our hand and then hopefully resummon everything back. Okay, Scarlet Witch changes Luke's bar. We probably could have swindled the 4 cubes away from him. Just because it looks like, oh wow, arrow in the left lane? That could have been bad. I should have kept Negasonic in the shop. I don't know what card I want. Yeah. And so it goes. You said that DC card game looks so insanely and unnecessarily complicated. It does a little bit, yeah. We swept, guys. 100% win rate deck. That's all we needed. Trav, you said if there's more than one deck to play, I'm a fan. I mean, it really depends on how good and how good and how well it's implemented and how engaging it is. So I think Marvel Snap does a really good job of being unique in some of the elements that it brings to the card game. 1 game, 1 win, best deck ever. Soyo Penguin, I'm so sorry. Don't blame me. This is a user requested deck. You can point your pain towards Guy on Fire. So to be fair, I didn't snap because I felt like we were swindling you with what we had. So we didn't snap just so that we could make sure we saw it play all the way out. You're like, what is he doing? Yep, that was what we were doing. And then Boom Squat, you said maybe Invisible instead of Adam. So sometimes that gives the opponent kind of like a little bit of a read. And so Adam Warlock is to make sure that you have those 2 cards, your MODOK and Hela. But I could see maybe, yeah, it becomes a Cosmo target, an arrow target. It really like signals to them that something is off. Wait, we got Dark Dimension again? Wow. So we're just gonna wave. Oh wait, I can't wave. I just waved with my hand, so we're gonna wave. How do you keep Adam Warlock drawing? You usually don't. Sometimes just drawing him 1 or 2 times is good. Or drawing like 1 extra card or 2 extra draws with him. So I don't think Adam Warlock really pops very much with the list. But sometimes it might give you that key card that you needed. Magic on 5, Psylocke Wave on 6. Get you 8 energy, so you could do the double play. Yeah. And then Mark in the Clouds, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day so far. We're glad that you're here, able to jump in and join us. So let's go ahead and play our Hela, and then we can just kind of freely play everything else. We're hoping for Modok by the end of the game. If not, then we wasted a turn. Need to add Hammer Pants to the hammer? Oh, we do. We also have, for anyone new that jumped in and joined us, we have Jake Gyllenhaal as Thor back here. I don't know why the background to this filter is that, but it is what it is. Ooh, we do get Modok. Do we feel as bad about this one? Do we snap it? Oh wait, they snapped us, right? Yeah, if they snapped us, it's free game. We can snap back. I don't know where we play. I'm gonna play it to the left. Modok Odin, easy. I mean, we won't have Odin anymore. Odin will be gone. Modok Odin mid. Oh wait. Yep, that could have been it. Modok Odin mid to make sure that we got, yeah. Yep, that would have been it. We're just gonna hope they don't have Cosmo. Yep, it would have been the one turn kill. That was a missed opportunity for sure. Yep, I see it. Here's an adult question for you. Favorite grocery store? So I live in Texas, so it's not something that most places have, but it's HEB. HEB is, I didn't understand it until I got to Texas, but HEB is phenomenal. Like, it's amazing. Oh, wait. Why did they Cosmo to the right? Oh my gosh, they choked. Actual, you said HEB, I'm in Austin? They had the counter, they just didn't go for it. Oh my gosh. Goldfinger, you said HEB forever. And then Mimi. Yeah, still Odin to mid. Yep, we still Odin mid. Yeah, we're 100% win rate still. Why no love for my boy Costco? So I actually don't have a Costco membership. I've never been there. Buc-ee's is another one that is decent, but it's not necessarily. It's more of like a gas station. So it's not necessarily like the grocery store. But I do enjoy stopping at Buc-ee's just because I know it's not going to be shady. So whenever I need to stop, like on a long trip to go to the restroom, it's always easy to stop there. They have so much stuff that they offer that you end up spending so much money. So we don't have any way to do the combo, unfortunately. We have the Modok, we have the Hela, but no way to ramp into doing both. So this is where our 100% win rate ends, I think. Casual 80 power in one turn. Yeah, just a small amount of power, asymptotic. Dark Dimension 3 games in a row. Oh, we could hope. That's maybe our only hope. So we're just gonna believe in the heart of the cards and the heart of the locations. Ah, no. Well, always snap on Lamentis' first location. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Maybe we can entice a retreat. What if we go? What if we use Psylocke and make them think we're gonna do a Galactus? 100% win rate. This one doesn't miss. With 3 for 3. This deck goes from meme to tier 1 if Dark Dimension is featured. I think so. But if Dark Dimension is featured, I think we see a lot of Cosmo being played in the Dark Dimension, though. I wish my opponents folded like that. The likely snapper guy. So it's the unlikely heroes that you need. The one turn kill is just, this deck deserves a video with Mjolnir. I mean, we can treat it like the Agatha. We can do a highlight video. It would probably not happen until Monday though. So as soon as I get done with this stream, I'm packing everything up and I'm going on a 9-hour drive back to where I grew up to handle a couple of like family things. So I have videos prepped for the weekend, but not any like ad-lib videos like this. But I do think this might deserve one. This has been wild. It's been wild so far. Let's see what our total net cube so far. Yeah, our total net cube so far is plus 11. 3 games in, plus 11. Family first? Yeah. Yeah, and so we can always do this on like a Monday for a highlight stream. But I have the videos prepped. I stayed up really late last night I stayed up until 2 a.m. and I had to wake up at 6 to get ready for work. But I did get them ready, so I have a video coming out tomorrow and on Sunday. So there's not going to be any gaps in the YouTube content. Flying wasn't really a great option for us. I mean, we have Modok. We have magic. Flying wasn't really a great option with my daughter, with my wife, and just the quick turnaround. So we're only going to be there a day. And so, yeah, it's a 9-hour drive, but we're going to take it in shifts. So my wife's going to drive first, and then I'm going to sleep. I'm going to very happily sleep during that time. Do we double Psylocke ramp into a Modok next turn? Or is that too greedy? Or we can use magic. On turn 6, we can do the Psylocke. That would give us 9 though. We need the hand space, so we have to Psylocke here. I have twins. Our first flight was fun. I wanted to have twins. I thought it would be really fun to have twins, just so they always had some companion with them. But like, and you get the hard stuff out of the way. You only have to do the hard stuff one time. The sleep deprivation explains the filter 100%. It does. I did want to do like an April Fool's stream and have this, but it's not April Fool's my time. But at least April Fool's for some people around the world. You said I have twins. They just turned 18. It is not easy. Yeah, especially if they. Yeah, I could see some. I could see some issues with it. I think we magic here. So we either Modok and believe in the 1 out of 4, or we magic and then that gives us 2 chances. So if we don't believe in the heart of the cards, we magic. If we believe in it, then we Modok this turn. What do we think we should do? And then it's Tazar. You said isn't it mostly Modok? We're gonna Modok. We believe. We believe. We believe. We believe. We don't believe. Oh no! I saw it too late. Boom. Well, we'll see. We believe it. It's the 25% chance. They're not going to retreat, are they? They're not going to do it. Nightmare fuel hammer time. Would have had the 1 out of 3. Yeah, for the Sarah combo. Yep. I love the Guardian. So that one actually came from a viewer. His name is JP Bueno. Came up with the Guardians of the Galaxy theme deck we were running. You didn't even make him spend 2k points on that. Oh, no, wait. They haven't locked in yet. Worth the cubes for the humor. I mean, our 100% win rate is on the line. I know that I think Binks did a video on this deck, And so this was another one that was recommended by another user. Oh no, they didn't leave. Oof. Okay, well, it's unfortunate. Had we top decked Hela though, we had a shot. We had a shot there. Atlas, you said it was Binks. KM would never play this. I could see that. KM takes his games. He wants to play good decks. He takes losing pretty tough sometimes. And so like the good builds are definitely, I think, on brand for him. And so then switching to something like this, I think his viewership would be like, what are you doing? Whereas Binks is very known for his like wacky wild builds. Uki said, now I wonder if you would discard Magic and bring her back with Hela. Actually, I don't remember. I know if it's behind Dark Dimension, no. Manatee, welcome in. I'm glad that you found the stream. As a new viewer, I appreciate you being here and not being scared away. I'm not normally Mjolnir. This is what I look like normally. Most of my content is with just a regular webcam. I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow for April Fool's Day. And so I wanted to do a Mjolnir filter. I've had the Mjolnir filter keybound for a while, but I just used today as an excuse to do it for the whole stream. And then after today, I'm going to be using it as a channel point redemption, so people can turn on the filter every once in a while for like 30 to 60 seconds at a time. Yeah, after the game ends, it's fine. But I think with just Hela, I think it would extend. Revealing yourself as a mere mortal, you're not. It's the spirit inside of the hammer that makes the hammer truly great. So we have Psylocke. I'm still so surprised that we had the first two games that just absolutely popped. Okay, Wave into Sarah is good. We will take it. We will take the Wave into Sarah. Now all we need is a lot of other cards to make our one-turn kill happen. Rue Miles, what did I join into? Just a one-turn kill Marvel Snap live stream. Nothing crazy. So what exactly makes someone worthy to lift you? See, it's complicated. There's like if Thor needs me to be there to protect somebody, then sometimes that's enough. Other times they have to be truly great, truly pure. And it gets a little confusing and convoluted at times. But ooh, wait. Can we just Psylocke into the left lane? How much would that be? So next turn we'll have 6, 7, 8, 9. That's exactly what we need, right? We're good with that. And then Beagle, what did I join into? Oh, well, you see. Why death in this deck? It's just loading the big cards. So like everything that's big. So do we snap into this? I'm gonna snap into it. I think the Altar of Death is our savior here. Definitely snap. All right. Ooh, and they're capped. Wait, is this a bot? I mean, I'll take bot. I'll take wins against bots whenever we're running something like this. But I was bitten by a radioactive Mjolnir. It's this. Oh yeah, this is definitely a bot with that snapback. Definite bot-like behavior, but we will gladly take it. Only a bot would run Angel. That's very true. Anytime I see Angel, it's definite bot-like behavior. So what's the combo? So it's Magic into Psylocke Wave. That gives you enough energy to do MODOK and Hela on the same turn. You can also fit in like Sarah, and there's a few ways to make this one happen. But oh wait, we may extend the game with Magic. I don't know. I pity this bot. Me too. Me too. So we've actually only dropped one game with this, and this will be our 5th game. Wild that we've found a weird way to win every single time. Wait, did they just not do anything? They just didn't play. Just decided not to. How dare you insult Angel? Angel with Galactus is a free 2 points for null. Yeah, but it's you draw it and then it's just kind of a dud card. Cheater bot confirmed. It does extend the game. Now we know. The more you know. So so do they stay now that we dropped the hammer on them? Baracha. And here we are with empirical evidence. We are. That was very quick. That happened very quickly. They stayed, which is wild. I thought most bots would retreat there. This deck wrecked me twice for 8 cubes at level 98 and 99. Oh no. Yeah, this one, whenever it works, like it's not. If it doesn't work, like you're either gonna win or lose horribly. What sorcery is this? This is the 1-turn kill deck. So it basically revolves around trying to set up a Modok plus Hela on the same turn. That way your opponent has no time to react. Yeah, the Altar of Death came in very, very clutch there. Oh, wait, take the wheel. I just now realized you may not be talking about the deck. You may be talking about the webcam filter. That makes sense. That would make sense. You said bots tend to have very bad AI when there's locations like Death's Domain and Altar of Death. Okay, that does make sense. All right, so we have Wave, we have Sarah. We can wave. Oh, I don't know. Looks amazing with Daredevil and Nimrod. Negasonic. Negasonic is just it's hard to get her guaranteed use. But I don't know. I do enjoy it. This deck is like making your entire strategy to throw a haymaker when you're on the ropes. It is. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. So we have our Hela and Modok. I need to try to figure out the math on it. So if we do, I guess we wave into Sarah, right? We can always hit Odin to re-trigger wave at some point to try to enable the Modok Hela further. I think you definitely wave out Sarah. That seems like the right play. Invisible Woman is a little bit like it draws in the counters. So like you play Invisible Woman, that's where I'm immediately going to play my Cosmo. I'm going to play a last turn Arrow to pull out, and then I hope Stegron is random. Yeah, I think it will be. Wave into Sarah, into Odin, the wave, and then Modok Hela. Yeah. Yeah, so then wave into Sarah. Wait, you said into Odin, the wave. Oh, that's true. That's true. Never mind. That's an easy play. We're good. We're going to snap into it. Jean Grey terrifies me as spoiled. What does Jean Grey do again? Oh my gosh. Obliterated. We got just demolished. Well, it all had to end eventually. She forced your opponent to play a card at her location next turn. Whoa. The next card your opponent plays must be played here. Wow. Okay. For certain decks, I think that's pretty solid. Now you can't play in Plunder? Yeah. Yeah, I know. There's nothing we can do. We haven't discarded anything. We can extend the game with magic. That doesn't do us any good. The Odin doesn't really. We're just gonna throw a Modok and then not play. Oh no, we got demolished. Well, all good things had to come to an end. Kind of like the new Arrow. Yeah. I think she'll, at 3/3, I think she's a pretty cool tech card. Because whenever it becomes 4/3, that's where it becomes a little bit clunky to play a tech card a lot of times. But at 3/3, you can, I think, force a lot of inopportune play lines. And so, like, so if you play Jean Grey in a lane that has Goose, they would have to play their low cost card there, which could make sure that they couldn't play a high cost. Like if it breaks their curve, like there could be a lot of disruption that Jean Grey provides. Jean is going to be way too good on 5. Are you buying the Throg bundle next week? How much is it supposed to cost? What's your combo for this deck? So the combo is angled at being a 1-turn kill. So it is angled at dropping both MODOK and Hela on one turn. So if you do Wave into Sarah into Odin, you can drop both MODOK and Hela on turn 6. If you do Magic into Psylocke plus Wave on 6, on 7 you can do just enough to do both MODOK and Hela. There's a couple of other ways to make it happen, like Altar of Death, Dark Dimension, to be able to play both of them as a like surprise burst of power. Of course, as we saw, Professor X is not great into it. And then Jive, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. I'm glad you're able to jump in and join us. You said, what did I just walk in on? Just a little bit of 1-turn kill combos. So I know that Binks covered it recently. It's just kind of like a cheeky way to just surprise your opponent with a lot of power. Cough Shadow King. As far as like feeling awkward if it costs 4. And then Sir Haxalot. Yeah, no problem at all. Thank you for jumping in and joining us. I'm not normally Mjolnir. I'm normally a normal human being. But for today's stream, we decided to do it a little bit differently. Breaking news. Oh yeah, no, Zin. I know that's probably what he was referring to. Blue Marvel. Okay, General. After this one, I'll switch it. I'll switch the avatar to Blue Marvel. Was there no way to Photoshop in the laundry basket? There should have been. Maybe for future iterations I can. Are you wearing a full green suit? No, it's just a filter. It's a snap cam filter. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff with it. Let's see. Speaking of crazy things, this is the only one I found that works well, or seems to work well. Like, not incredibly well, but it seems to work well with that's like comic book related. Otherwise, there's a few other ones. I'm waiting for them to load that we can test out. So we're definitely gonna change a Teelan. I don't want to shuffle my cards. Who is that guy? I don't know. Some random guy. We're not sure. So the lenses aren't loading right now, but you can change into all kinds of crazy stuff. Mjolnir, you can do a carrot, you can do a potato, all kinds of strange yet wonderful things. Have you seen the sandbar location yet? I have not. What is the sandbar location? Let's see. So sandbar. Cards with abilities can't be played here. Wow. So, I mean, I guess it's fine for things that can go wide. So, like Dr. Doom. I think he gets even more value in that location. But some decks, it's just going to be awful. It's just going to be awful for it. If you play cards at this location, the game uninstalls. Sad truth. The sad truth. So, we do have the combo here. We could do Magic on 5 into Wave plus She-Hulk, or Wave plus Psylocke, and then we get the 2-turn combo. Our hand space is not necessarily ideal. It's Plunder Castle 2.0. Yeah, you're going to have to pretty much just... RIP to my cards. I guess we could have stayed. I guess we could have stayed. We didn't have to retreat. We could have played like the Infinite on 6. We had some power to use. So I guess we didn't have to so hastily retreat, but it felt right. It felt right. It felt like the right the right way to leave. And then you should get an effect that makes you like MODOK. Yeah, there's a couple of, I think, could be really fun ones. And this one's going to be tied to a channel point redemption. So the viewer that wants to use their channel points to redeem it will be able to turn the filter on for 30 seconds or 30 to 60 seconds, then it'll turn back off. So I'm going to look at the bot and see what other cool ways we can utilize that. He didn't deserve one more turn against you. That's true. That's true. And then Lethal, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day. Thank you for jumping in and joining us. And then Spooter Dooter, you said Lobster was using a negative to turn his goblins into positives. Then either playing them behind Cosmo for free or sending them across and then playing a Shadow King to change them back. That's creative. I don't know that I could pull that off though. So if we did, no. We'll do Adam Warlock. I don't know that we do Psylocke just yet. We could do Psylocke to ramp into Sarah, but I don't know that that's the play that we need to go with. 30 seconds, you got to do 5 minutes at least. I mean, 5 minutes is a long time. It's going to be fairly cheap. So like a couple hundred, I think. I don't know. I'll figure out the exact price point, but it's going to be fairly affordable. Wait, we have 2 Sarahs? Let's go. The hub is looking out for us. We are going to ramp into 1 Sarah next turn. We'll do the next Sarah. Adam Warlock really helps keep people off the scent of what this deck is doing. I mean, yeah. And it's going to entice people to sometimes play cards into that lane. And hopefully they get destroyed. It didn't. Oh well. That's all right. We're not going to risk our Sarah. We do get Wave as well. We're still looking for our key cards, so we will do a magic and then go from there. Wait, so they played Shuri. Oof. I just retreated on a Galactus without realizing they couldn't play next turn because it was on the vault. Oh no. And then have you heard, Mjolnir, have you heard something about when we will be able to play Kitty? I haven't. Hopefully soon. Hopefully we can play Kitty Pride again soon, but I haven't heard anything specifically. So they played Shuri. I don't think they risk playing it again over here. Do we do magic? Nah. We're gonna play into the Lechigia. We'll see. We'll see. That's a big red skull. We'll see if we can go bigger. MODOK would be frightening. I agree. MODOK would be terrifying. So we get Odin, but we can do Sarah and then Wave. We're gonna be able to do 3 cards. We could do 3 cards on the last turn, right? So even if we don't draw MODOK, I think it's okay. Still a lot to overcome, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Oh wait, death becomes free. Oh wow. Lethal, you said I just finished first at an EGL Marvel Snap tournament with a Shuri Killmonger deck. Nice, Lethal. Did you face a lot of Shuris as well? So 14 and then 12. That's going to be 26, 27, 28. It brings us to 38. And then it becomes kind of risky, but we just have to hope that something goes over here. They did Boomer Snap. It's either that or we play for mid, depending on what we think they're going to do. Because we could just throw our Giganto and Death in mid as well. It's Hollywood Superstar? Actual Cannibal? Oh, Actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Let's try this. This is where we're gonna try it. We're gonna send it and see. Cosmo's fine. She-Hulk gets destroyed. Oh no, She-Hulk doesn't get destroyed. We need very, very good Danger Room luck here. Wait. Oh wait, they may soak. They're gonna soak. Oh no, they're gonna beat us. No, no soak? Let's go. Wow. Wow, wow. That was a very fortunate danger room for both of us. I can't believe we won that one. Why are we climbing with this list? It should be bad. It shouldn't work. We're getting very fortunate. I guess we're 4-3 now. We lost a few. This this deck makes one hammer happy. It does. It does indeed. Yeah, the Hub Sarah was very, very clutch. And then Cosmic, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. It only takes 4 6-drops to barely win against Shuri. You forgot the 9 cost as well. The 9 cost was in there too. I know if I try this deck, I'll lose my first 5 games and delete it. There are some decks that I see like that, Alia, where I'm like, there's no way anybody's having luck with it. Like, there's no way it can, because if I run it, it's just going to get obliterated. Oh, General Sarge, I'm the worst. Okay, that's we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. The Exiled Deity, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. What are we playing? So we were playing a little bit of Collector Beast Bounce, and then we've switched off for a couple of times for user suggested decks. So, oh, I thought they were just running a Nuatu deck. For a couple of user suggested deck lists. So the first one was a Guardians of the Galaxy one, which we did okay with. We didn't quite get as many cubes as we would have, but Guardians of the Galaxy is very dependent on getting a good read. We now have Thor, who is going to call me away. So we'll see you guys here in just a little while. And then we had another user suggested deck list. This is a 1-turn kill deck that aims to drop both MODOK and Hela on the last turn of the game. And so we've been having a good time. We've been having a good stream so far. And then Asymptomatic, you said that's me that's every Sauron deck for me. Yep, I see a lot of Sauron decks do muted. No, we're not muted. I see a lot of Sauron decks do like really good stat wise, but every time I play it, it just feels kind of lackluster. Wait, I just realized. Have you ever said your actual name or what TLSG stands for? Yeah, so I've said both. So my real name is Justin, which if you prefer that, if you prefer TLSG, I'm okay with either one. But if you're at my place of employment, it's not Justin. It's TLSG if you're at my place of employment. But as far as what TLSG stands for, there's a lot of different backstories and meanings to what TLSG actually means. But only one of them is true. So whenever I started my live stream channel, I wanted to really embody a couple of like core ideals. And like growing up, I've always been really interested in like theater, just being able to be in control of your emotions and just overall just be in control. Life is the second one, which I think there are a lot of good life lessons, things that you can learn if you just open your eyes and pay attention. And so life is the second one. The third one is stories. So you can learn a lot from like just sharing stories and interacting with other people. So I wanted to really embody that and have a place of open acceptance for like the different stories, different backgrounds, those sorts of things. And then gaming, the last and most important one. I've always had a soft spot for gaming. It's always really been dominant in my life. So those are the letters that make up TLSG. And so it's theater, life, stories, and gaming. That lightning silly goose, that one too, yeah. It just has good stats because Shuri's in it. Yeah. Any other Sauron list without Shuri, which I've tried a few, doesn't quite make it happen. So 6 is going to put this to 11. This will put it to 12. We should be able to swing the middle location, I think. And we get beaten by the Ultron for 8 cubes. We've been swindled. Oof, that's rough. Well, when is the new DC game coming out? I don't know. I don't know. I know I saw an ad for it, but I don't know when it's actually coming out. And so what my name actually means is it's that live stream guy. So it was like 8 years ago. I started a channel that I streamed on for all of like 3 weeks, and we're gonna switch back to collector bounce for a little bit. We started getting destroyed. So for all of like 3 weeks, I streamed, and during that 3 weeks, or I guess when I made the channel, I thought it'd be funny if somebody found it and was trying to tell their friends, hey, have you seen that live stream guy? And their friend's response would be, which one? Oh my gosh, Blue Marvel. Thank you, Martin. I thought it'd be funny if their friends responded, which one? And during the 3 weeks that I streamed, I only had a handful of viewers that came in regularly, but they shortened it to TLSG for short. And so I don't know why, but for whatever reason, after I stopped streaming, I took those letters and I just brought them everywhere that I went. So like World of Warcraft, when I started a new character, whenever I started a new character, the first one was TLSG. And then like whenever I played League of Legends, it was TLSG. I think people were actually confused that time about the name. Yeah, maybe. And so whenever I started creating content for this, I just naturally carried those letters along with it. And not until later did I start thinking about, well, eventually people are going to ask, like, what does TLSG stand for? And so I decided I wanted to kind of create an air of mystery around it. So I always tell like a different story, or I try to always tell a different story, so that there's some kind of form of mystery. It's very like how the Joker got his scars type of backstory. And then thank you guys for the follows. We have Joe, we have Take, General Sergeant. It only took me a solid 15 minutes before I was able to update your avatar. I apologize. So I wanted it to be kind of a fun thing whenever people ask what my name was or what it meant. And just like a fun kind of engaging thing that we do on the channel. And I always feel bad and I tell the real meaning right after. The land shark, Jeff? Why'd you spell it with a G? Is it Geff? Oh, wait. You said Hoagland pointed out that Sauron's problem is that it only wants to be in Shuri deck, but the optimal list never wants to run Sauron. Yeah, whenever Shuri first started like popping up in popularity, I ran Sauron in the list, but that was only because it had that surprise element. Once that becomes known, running the Sauron, you take out all of your like key counter conditions. And then Ryan, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. "15 minutes of smiles." Yeah. Every time I forgot. And I don't intend to, so I apologize. I apologize for every time that I forget to do one of the channel point redemptions. So we're not going to win mid. We have a decent amount there. I don't think we win mid, but we might. Akaichu, while still live. We are. I'm surprised that you're still up, because it's super late / into early now for you. But yeah, Kaichu, I've been streaming longer periods on Twitch, so typically it's been like 3 to 4 hours at a time, rather than what I used to do on YouTube, which was like the 1 hour. And so it goes. You said, so game question. Should I pop for Thanos or Hawk? I'm pull 3 complete and have Kang and Lactose? Not everyone can handle consuming lactose. Some people are intolerant to it. Do you have Galactus? Is that what? I'm having Suhor, by the way. What is that, Akaichu? Galactose. Every time we retreat from a Galactus now, it's going to be we're galactose intolerant, so we're going to leave. So the Maximus and Wave, I'm not sure what they're running. I have no idea. I'm going to go ahead and try to, I guess, play our Hawk in mid, and we'll see. We'll go from there. Yes, it's Galactose. It is Galactose. You summoned the Galactose. We haven't seen him in a long time. And then Hamcat, it's dawn. So it's almost 4 p.m. Where I'm at. But and so it goes. I think Hawk is a little bit more consistent, but he's not as flexible. So Thanos, there's a lot of different ways that you can build it. Oh, you're fasting? Gotcha. We immediately face the Galactose, unfortunately. I don't think we can't even drop initiative, can we? Oh, this is the final turn. Oof, yeah. We're gonna be Galactose intolerant. Let's he upsets my stomach. We're gonna get out of here. And then lobotomized, redeeming the 1v1. All right, so do you have any rules or specifications around the 1v1? We'll gladly go ahead and launch into it. But I think Thanos is a little bit more flexible in that you can play him in a lot more decks. So you can create different cool build arounds with him. And he's not going to downgrade, so he's never going to become cheaper. So I would almost say go Thanos, but I personally like playing Hawk better. But I think it comes down to a personal preference. Galactus has 10 plus counters, and if he destroyed just one location, he'd be unplayable. That's true. He does have a lot of He does have a lot of counters. So Cosmo, we have Debris, we have Arrow, Polaris, Juggernaut, Goblins. It's okay. It's not about counters. It's about fun game integrity. I could see that. It's definitely not fun to play against, but at most I usually end up retreating for those one or two cube losses. What's a necessarily complement to Thanos? I only have the mid-tier pull 4 cards. With Thanos, you don't necessarily have to have any big enablers. And then 1 second, I have a phone tree call. It hasn't been a good couple of first rounds. Hasn't been a good couple of first rounds. The hammer just floating around is killing me. I mean, at least you guys the silent scream. Did we do a silent scream? Oh, this one? Yeah. It was I forgot my password. That's what I got added to the phone tree for. So I appreciate you guys that stayed. Yeah, yeah, after the surfer flipped. Yep. Oh, wait. I didn't even see the surfer. That's not good. TLSG to me. So they are running Silver Surfer. I hadn't been fully seeing what they were running. It's a Bast, Silver Surfer, the Nakia, Cosmo. Oof. Well. The best thing ever. I mean, how often do people stream snipe you? I don't think all that often. Actually, I don't think... I haven't intentionally noticed it. Now, something like this, like the battle mode, yeah, that could more easily happen, but... I don't. Then, Pep, thank you so much for the follow and welcome in. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day so far. We're glad to have you here. When you move your head, it dances. Yeah. Some of the other filters do some even cooler things. Like it does there's one that's a carrot, the little thing on the top, the root or the stem. Like wiggles back and forth. I don't know why I have this keybound. I don't know why I invested time into figuring this out, but I did. And so we're going to get use from it. So the thing about Shang-Chi is that it's a very final play. Like we don't want to necessarily do it early. They could have a Killmonger they're still hiding, so I'm a little bit hesitant to drop our demons. Maybe we do our demons and then beast bounce them back in next turn. Carrot TLSG? Yeah, there's a carrot one, a broccoli one, potato. Then all kinds of other like weird, like other like crazy filters. Why wouldn't you keybind it? That's true. But I went out of my way to figure out how to do this one. And that means at one point I saw this and was like, yep, that's what we're gonna go with. That's what we're gonna go with. Thor's legendary smashing gavel. Yep. It was worth it. Well. That's still up for debate, but let's see. You know all the things you'd find in a fruit salad. Yeah. Carrot, broccoli, maybe potatoes, and then Mjolnir. Mjolnir's the real winner there. I think we do this. We're going to bounce all three back in. They're free next turn. We further buff up our bishop, and then we do have Shang-Chi to help swing mid. I know it is a bit early for me to be this hammered. I do apologize. This is not usually how our streams go. It's been a rough week. Like I went from only being able to be picked up by Thor, and then all of a sudden this captain guy comes along and he throws me at some bad guy, smashes me with a hammer or with a shield. It's been a rough week. It's been real rough. We have problems, guys. I think we do this. That puts the most power we can in right. We also get a decent passive bonus in the left lane. You guys have dishwashers? Ontario. Whoa. This hammer forgot how to read for a second. Ontario totally random adult note. Oh my gosh, it's on a totally random adult note. Does anyone else hate it when a container flips over in the dishwasher and fills with water? Yeah. I was so confused for a second by the Ontario. So Joxa. So after this stream, it's going to be a channel point redemption to enable this filter, and so it'll be like seamless. It's going to be automatic, so it's going to be integrated. So you use the channel point redemption, and it'll trigger the keybind that turns the hammer on, and then like 30 to 60 seconds later, it'll turn it off. I haven't decided how long I put up the filter for, but starting on Monday, we'll have this as a redeemable reward to scare everybody away. Worst case Ontario. $5 hours? 5 hours. 5 hours what, Wrath? I won't be able to stream for 5 hours because I'll have to go pick up my daughter soon. But we're gonna stream just a little bit longer while we can, and then we'll be make the filter enable for 5 hours. Oh, I gotcha. How long the hammer redemption lasts? That makes sense. We gotcha. TLSG out here making all the other Snap streamers jealous with his pristine metallic face, just like the sheen. You know, like it takes a lot of work. Like people think this comes naturally, but this is hard work. Like you know how many bad guys I flew through and how many bugs as I'm getting thrown through space and time. So many bugs. The channel point redeem says, "Let's get hammered." So then someone thinks I take a shot, and all of a sudden I turn into Mjolnir. I like it. Either Angela and Iceman or Black Widow and Iceman. Oh, get a clip of KM Best saying Mjolnir to me when it activates. That's next level, Cruel. I didn't even think about doing an audio clip, but I like it. Like even if we did the regular Thor audio, like that's next level. I like the way you're thinking. TLS Jesus has one of those faces that makes you want to hit a monster. I mean, some people say I'm wholesome. Some people say I make them just want to mash things. So little it goes both ways. How do we want to play this? I think we're just gonna skip here. Play the Vibranium mid. Oh, that's the play. Play the Vibranium mid. You're right. We should have played for some Vibranium. We will go ahead and try it. Unfortunately, I didn't think of that first. Might be copyright. Who knows if you use the original? Ah, that's true. That's true. But how are they going to stop us? Are they going to stop us is the question. Wholesomely hammerable. You know, all the walking that I did recently, I have slimmed down quite a bit. I don't know if you guys can tell. I skipped a couple of leg days. But this new body has went straight to my head. They absolutely play 2 cards right here. Ja. They do have the Vibranium. TLSG is the new ego. I mean, if nothing else, the streams are a vibe for sure. Ah, that's not what we wanted to see. Ooey. We don't have any way to like burst it up either. Long and slender, just like that long striding gazelle. I mean, also ego filter. I have to figure. So I just happened to find this one. Somebody somewhere made this one on like as a snap camera filter, and so I figured it was kind of funny to use. I have to find out if I can make them, and I have to figure out how to like make it track the head movements, because there's a Spider-Man one that is just awful. Like it is just like somebody like planted a Spider-Man costume on your face. Like it looks bad. But if I can find a way to make the rest of them work, we're absolutely going to do it. If the real Mysterio is on the left, will his power reset to 4 or gain 4? What was he buffed up from? Depending on what he was buffed up from, like it'll increase it. Ooh, Shuri's lab is Mirror Island. It'll add to his real power. I don't think the filters have a look good to be fun to trigger. Oh, you don't think they have to look good to be fun to trigger? Gotcha. Yeah, I think you're right. You're probably right. Like, I applied some of these, which they're not loading right now for some reason. But I applied some of them, and I was like, this doesn't even track correctly. But we can add on a couple of them. We're gonna throw, I think, Bishop into the left. We have our Hood, which will be 6 power. If we happen to bounce it, we can then double it again. We have Hawk to use. Oh, never mind. We won't be able to bounce anything. I made it. What'd I miss? Not much, supervillain. Just a normal, everyday Marvel Snap live stream. We ran a couple of user suggested deck lists. Right now we're doing a 1v1. And a couple of the user suggested deck lists. We did 2. The one was a Guardians of the Galaxy deck, you know, for Mjolnir and all. And then the next one was a one turn kill deck. So it aimed to do both MODOK and Hela in one turn, to like surprise the opponent and just steal away big cube games. And so I'm gonna play around with the bot that's able to trigger some of these to figure out if there's any other cool integrations that I can do and add for like channel point redemptions or even just commands. I think would be a fun way to to engage the chat. And then Doctor, you said, hi TLSG, finally can catch your stream. Was just able to watch your YouTube videos. I apologize if this is the first stream you caught of us. I am glad you're here, but normally we're not Mjolnir. We're Mjolnir today for April Fool's Day. That's happened or is happening for some people. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I'm glad to have you here. I'm glad we didn't scare you away with this hammerhead of ours. So we could do a Korg. That's not going to add any disruption to him. If we do it, I think we just wait. Actually, we haven't seen a Shang-Chi, have we? We're going to try and draw it out of him. Oh, you know, pretty normal stream. Cool. Yep. Also, for anyone that is new that wasn't here earlier, old Thor back here behind me looks like Jake Gyllenhaal instead of actually like Thor. So I don't know who made this, but the background was a poor choice. You've heard of Hammerhead Sharks. Get ready for Hammerhead streamers. I mean, we're unstoppable. We cannot be stopped. I don't know. I don't know if this wins. We have not been faring too well. So the Silver Surfer with a mix of like the Mysterio and wait, that is their Mysterio, right? How come it didn't show here? I know it's like whoever made it was, I don't know. Wait, oh, they had a Killmonger. Oof. It's rough. Killmonger is what did it to us. They say to put your head in the game. We just like Troy said, and yes, that is a High School Musical reference. Just like Troy said, we gotta get our head in the game. Oh, we can't even snap. For April Fools, I hired a Hollywood actor, Jake Gyllenhaal, to pose behind me for 4 straight hours. I know, like it wasn't cheap. Like we invested a lot into this. Thor stereo. I mean, we have to get the hammer in the game. Have you ever seen Mjolnir take a drink before? Me neither. Let's go with Black Widow. Black Widow next turn, we probably end up using Beast to bounce them back in. Well, that's horrifying. Yep. Absolutely. All of this, you guys, if you end up needing like any kind of anyone to talk to, just, you know, send me a message. If the things that you saw today were too horrific, I don't have enough money to pay for much, but I can try to lend a handle in your time of need. Yeah, it's the hammer therapy. What if we need nails driven? I mean, I also specialize in that. I'm kind of indestructible. The carrot would be horrific. Yeah, both of those are a little bit on the horrific side. So they still haven't showed a Shang-Chi, so we don't know if they have it or not. I think we're gonna do this. The only reason we're really playing the Angela is it buffs our collector a bit and it makes it cheaper next time around. Hammer therapy sounds like a threat. It does. I didn't realize how threatening that sounded. My favorite sing-along blog? Oh, the Dr. Horrible? I didn't know this stream/chat was capable of so many puns. I mean, what can I say? We're very punny people. Do we try to cap out the left lane so that at least one of our good power cards goes over to the right? We have to try to compete against their Broodling Silver Surfers. Ooh. A dad's gotta do what a dad's gotta do. I mean, sometimes you gotta drop the hammer, you know? You just have to, you're easygoing, laid back. Sometimes the hammer just has to drop. TLSG walking up to his opponents in baggy pants, shouting it's hammer time. Does sound horrific. It does. Ooh, they played a lot of resources. I was afraid it was the last turn for a second. But I'm glad to know that it's not the last turn. Sounds like a weekend well spent. We very much lose this left lane. And I think we very much lose this match as well. Ooh, well. Hold on. This might not be over. Might not be over. Oh yeah, it is. I don't. The Shang-Chi's not going to do anything for us. What am I thinking? Yeah, the Shang-Chi dies, and even if he destroyed this, like, this is too much power. I'm a little too hammered for this. How do we win? So anything over to the left is enough. That's all we need, is like a Black Widow. From there, I don't think they do something big. They probably do, well, Shang-Chi wins the left? Yeah, but I think Black Widow does as well. And so then it comes down to winning mid. Guess we can't get much more power? Yeah. Yeah, this would be Chavez mid. It would destroy it because we don't have initiative. But we don't know if that's his last turn play or not. We know he has an Ironheart. Ooh, Ironheart would be horrifying here. Okay, Cosmo's fine. We're okay with the Cosmo play. How's the deck without Hawk? It's hit and miss. So Hawk is one of those, like, it's just like a burst of power that you can throw into some of the lanes. Without it, it's really hard to play for, like, the Crimson Cosmos. Why not Korg to the left? Korg to the left would have been one extra power, and it would have buffed up our Hawk, making the point differential a little bit better. Yeah, we should have done Korg to the left. I was thinking I was going to be able to play both into mid. That Mysterio spooked me. I didn't even think about the Mysterio. We're still alive somehow. For now. For now, we're alive. And then Cheese Whiz, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. The amount of times I've heard that today. I didn't get much sleep last night. And so I don't know if it's just like, I don't know. It's kind of hurting. It's kind of hurting. Everyone's saying how bad I look today. I don't know. But welcome in, Cheese Whiz. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day so far. So we can do bishop. Do bishop in the right lane. Next turn, maybe we do demon beast, or we could do falcon. We have a couple ways we can play this. TLSG played Got You Knows with his kids, but his kids won. They did. They absolutely did. My nose is gone. I was until I popped in. It is the thing of nightmares. And it's going to be a channel point redemption from like moving forward, where you can enable the filter for like 30 seconds at a time, 30 to 60 seconds at a time. There was one of the viewers that wanted to pay a plethora of channel points to just delete it altogether. So it's been a day. It's been a whole day. We're gonna go ahead and bounce in the left lane. We can continue to buff up our bishop, and then we'll kind of play from there. And we banned him, right? No, he may still be here. I don't know. I haven't heard. I haven't seen him in chat for too long. Maybe he had to turn off the stream because he just didn't like the hammer. The hammer's definitely not for everybody. Bumble Bear, thank you so much for the follow. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day so far. So I say we go ahead and we use our Hawk in the right lane. They haven't played a Juggernaut, so we don't necessarily worry about that. And then we can do this. Oh, wait. I guess we could do this, and then next turn we can play Falcon to pick it back up. Then we have a demon to use alongside it. Yeah, we'll do that. Drunk with power off channel points. Yeah, for certain. I feel like Bart Simpson. Can't sleep, hammer will eat me. Can't sleep, hammer will eat me. Yeah. For any therapy that you guys need, I apologize. Mjolnir TLSG isn't real. He can't hurt you. Yeah, that's what the last one said. So they have a Silver Surfer. They have a Killmonger as well. So it's a good thing we dropped initiative. I didn't mean to, but I'm glad we did. I didn't know. I didn't know I had this phobia. I'm sorry. Is it really that bad? Cheese Whiz? We're coming back. We're back in business. We're going to come back with 2 points left. The subtle threats from the hammer. I see what you did there, General Sergeant. I see what you did there. Now it's pretty funny. Okay. I don't want anyone to be like too disgruntled with it. It will be something that's not going to... It's only going to be something that can be redeemed periodically moving forward. But I think it's kind of funny. I think it's funny, so we wanted to do it for, at least for today. Am I scared of hammers? Maybe. I mean, maybe. And so there is the old fake Mjolnir down here in Jake Gyllenhaal's hand. So if that's the fake one, or maybe I'm the fake one, we'll never know. We won't know. Wow, these are some locations for sure. Crowmaster just means I have to save all my channel points for Monday. Yep, we're gonna have it. We may have. I'm gonna try to integrate some other cool ways to utilize it. Not just like this filter, but like other cool ways to make the stream interactable. But we'll see. So I mean, we can play Hood, or we can play Iceman and Demon here after the Beast. Is like our only point of like hope here. We do know that his deck is also rough in these locations. Knowing that it's a 3-cost deck, I think we may have a chance. Cheese Whiz, I have 20,000 channel points I'll use to negate anybody who redeems this. Oh, it's gonna be a battle of the bolds, a battle of the greatest. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be truly, Truly impressive. So maybe we do... I don't know. Maybe we do bishop. Maybe we do bishop. I don't know that we want to let them know that we have the 1 cost, because they do have a Killmonger somewhere in their deck. So maybe we do this. Next turn we can do Falcon to pull these back in, and then we can just flood on turn 6. Hey Hammer, are you watching the Infinity Gauntlet later today? When is it supposed to air? It's been weird that there's been such a large gap between, it was the semifinals and now the finals, right? Toothpick, thank you so much for resubbing for the 2nd month. I appreciate the support. I'm glad to have you back. Even in Mjolnir state, you decided to re-support the channel. I appreciate it. So we can Falcon bounce. I guess it's just bouncing the hood back in. That's all right. I guess we let them know. We let them know what we can do. That's going to leave 1 space here. Ooh, if they Cosmo us in this lane. Well, if they Cosmo, then they won't be able to kill Monger, so we'd be okay. The finalists needed time for their anime training arcs. I mean, that would have been, like... That would have been a really cool, like, short for one of them to do. Like, where they're just, like, training their snap reflexes, and... that would have been... What could have been. Oh, Iceman lets him play a 3-cost mid. Oh, Cruel Master. What cruelness have we done? We also have we also have priority here, which is not what we want to see. Oof. We messed it up. We messed it up big time. But does our point differential overpower theirs? We'll see. It's 2 cards in the left. Let's see if it's enough. The Killmonger could destroy these 2. Okay, the Killmonger does. It is... well. Wolfsbane? Alright. We're gonna come back into this. They thought we were... They thought we were down and out. We're still hanging around. Comes down to 1 final match. This is taking a lot longer than I... Yeah, it was a 1-lane game. This is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Most of them don't last this long. Mindscape's not fantastic, but a lot of times this deck can just get everything they have out on the board. So I don't think we'll send them anything in return. Call an ambulance, but not for me. Yeah. Yep. And then after this one winds up, we'll find somebody to... Yeah, we came back swinging today. And then after this one ends, we'll have to wrap up and find somebody to raid over into. So Atlas, did they really need time between the semifinals and the finals? Like, was there a gap for a reason, or is it just a gap in airing? Because I went to their YouTube channel to take a look the other day, and I just... TLSG really has a handle in the series? He does. He does. I have no idea what this tournament even is, honestly. The Infinity Gauntlet? Oh, okay. Okay, so you were just... It was for the memes. I got you. Today is the loser bracket of the semifinals. See, it's been so weird. Like, I understand gapping it up, but it's been kind of weird to be able to generate hype around it, because they can't stream it. And then there's big gaps in between when they're airing. I think it would have been, like, had they had all of them and aired them like one day for each round, I think that would have been decent. I don't know. For me, I've missed out on a few of them just because, like, I didn't know when or where or why it was gonna end up on what channel. So we do this. No. How do we want to do this? Do we even do our Angela? Maybe not. I want to... I guess if we do the 0 costs, and then we pull them back in with Falcon. Because next turn we're going to try and get rid of everything we have. I had Mindscape in a match the other day. I played MODOK on turn 5. Oof. Man, did I get some good cards for him and lots of them. That's tough. That's a tough one, Swooter. For the opponent, not for you. Demons 3? Yeah. Yeah, I knew the demons were going to be 3, but our Angela, I think, is what I was angling in towards. And we weren't able to do both the Falcon and... I guess we could have just not played the Bast, right? That may have been the wiser decision. Let's do a couple of... let's not do the Black Widow now. Black Widow sins. We don't want to do Hood either. Because we'll send them a 6-power card if we do that. And if we do the Black Widow, we won't draw, but that's an extra resource that they have. I guess we can do this and just send them one 3-power demon. That might be the best. Today TLSG stands for Thor left something good. He left us laying around. You won't draw? Yeah, we won't draw, but we'll draw. We'll switch over into whatever they have. And so at least we'll have resources there. We're just hoping that it's enough. Because we can move, like the Angela, we can move some of these one of these cards to mid. To kind of shift our power and where it's at around. Atlas, everybody asks what is Mjolnir TLSG, but nobody asks how. That's true. Very true. Okay, so we have the Shang-Chi. Ooh, we have Wolfsbane, which is beautiful. I think we do... this. I don't know that this is enough. I can't believe we are still in this. Like, we were way down. Way down in life. Yeah, Wolfsbane was a good card from Mindscape, and all we sent them was one 3-power demon. Yeah, we gave him like nothing. So the demon and then whatever he draws. Never doubted you for a second. It's enough. Famous last words. Is that the nightmare you wanted, Cruel Master? Was the Mjolnir dance? And we might lose. Ooh, could we lose? Did we lose? We may have lost. I guess we'll see. No. There's no way. All right, we do pull it out. Wait, we gotta stop. Hammer time. All right, guys, I think that's enough of the, the bad dad jokes. Oh, for today. You're making me want to look into doing stuff for these filters. Yeah, right? Like, it can be, they can be, like, they're silly. They're definitely not silly, but I don't think this channel takes itself too seriously. Lobotomized. That was such an incredible match. There were a lot of close games in there. I'm really surprised that we were able to bring it back and pull it home. Very good games. It was very, very close. You would have lost any other day, but the hammer gave us the extra power. So we are going to go ahead and wind down the stream. Let's look to see who else is live that we can send you guys over to. Normally I ask you guys to send them good old Uatu avatars, but for anybody that is a sub or is a channel member over here, if you'll send them a Mjolnir hammer for me today. Does anyone live that you guys want to raid over into? I like telling dad jokes, but dad never laughs. I do laugh. Sometimes it's just a chuckle. Sometimes it's a belly laugh. We laugh sometimes. Is there anyone live that you guys... Well, Yogi's live. Yogi's... We rated Yogi the other day. Same with Homeboy Maxwell. Both of them have pretty good energy. No, we want the hammer. Your kids will one day see this video on demand when they're of worthy age. That's very true. They have to wait, though. We'll head over to... We'll head over to Yogi today. We're gonna head over to Yogi and make sure to give him a warm welcome when you guys get there. Thank you guys for hanging out today. It's been a fantastic stream. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you as always for just being the amazing community that you are. Hard to tell how hard Mjolnir laughed. That's very true. That's very true. And we will end the stream with our real TLSG self. Thank you guys for being here. We're gonna load up the Yogi raid. I appreciate you guys. We will catch you guys on Monday. I will have videos released tomorrow and on Sunday, but the next live stream will be on Monday. So hopefully you have a fantastic weekend. We will catch you guys next time. As always, this has been TLSG. Later, guys.